Leche.
Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Matt Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! Here he goes. There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here, oh, look at Nussflush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Kencan. Kenny Kencan wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Res Mall make a run to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Can Smoke and Mirrors, Director 97 home. That is the way. Here comes Jason Meyer, the Eldorado Custodian, Billy Friedrich, Joseph They're all coming down to the finish.
Coin! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the corporate Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicapper, more dapper than a Dom. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, when we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio, bizarre. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, better with the bag and you love it. We want a top 10, we above it. Let's check.
You're muted, Loshak.
You're muted, Loshak.
Oh shit! All right, how's that? How's that?
We're good. Shouts to Stacks.
Everything good? All right, you roll with life's blows. One of the most important things you got to learn in life, and we're just going to jump right in right now. NBA college basketball with Justin McKelvey and Billy Brisbane. Of course, we got the NBA Cup Finals today, just one game, and then we got a bunch of college basketball. I had to do a whole bunch of college football. Of course, I'm doing soccer and NHL, so I did not look. Well, I did my initial overview of the college basketball card, but I didn't do anything in depth later on. So I won't have any college basketball picks for today's show officially, but I can give my initial thoughts. And of course, we'll listen to what Justin and Billy have to say.
Yeah, I got a couple of basketball too.
I thought it was my tablet for a second. I was like, damn, not again. No. I'm excited to break down this card with Stacks. We've had a pretty good grasp on the Emirates Cup so far throughout the episode. So hopefully we can put some money in your pockets today and hopefully hit you guys with some player props.
Am I back now?
Yeah, you did go out.
Oh, boy. All right. Hold on. I might have to restart.
I think you're good, though.
Yeah, you're back
now.
Good,
though. Like, your camera's not going fuzzy or anything like that. So I think you're good.
All right. We'll see. We'll roll with life's blows is what we're going to do here. First life blow that is going to come up right now is the NBA Cup. We'll see what's here. Let me bring up my I'm going to tweet this out. Let me get everything done. Let me bring up my notes here. No, I don't really need to consult my notes. Obviously, both these teams.
2 cents.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying hello to my fellow compadre. Just my 2 cents.
Okay. Right on. Yes. Let's just get into it. Of course, Spurs against the Knicks. Spurs are healthy now for the first time in a while. Long term, that's great for them. In this individual game, I'm not exactly sure what to expect because they're going up against the Knicks. 9-1 straight up and ATS in their last 10. Just friggin' awesome. So Spurs beat OKC last game. This is a real friggin' team now with Wemby back, De'Aaron Fox back, everyone playing great. Of course, it's a neutral site in Vegas. Knicks were a small favorite. First I saw total 230. Before I hear what you guys have to say, I guess I'd be thinking first half under. Let's start with you, Justin. What do you think? Is there any way to bet this that you're looking at?
Yeah, I actually got 3 plays in this. I'm still gonna give one of them out, even though I don't know how much I like it anymore. But I'll give you the plays and I'll explain why. Stacks play day number it's Tennessee. Stacks play day number 1 is Spurs. Spurs Knicks over 231.5. Got that at minus 114. And I don't know, I just look at it as the cup game. Not all cup games go over, but if you look at just to break these two teams down, 6 of the last 8 meetings have gone over. The Spurs done gone over 2 of the last 3 cup games. Knicks done gone over 4 of the last 5 cup games. So with everything on the line, even though the Knicks is bottom 5 in pace, they play a lot slower. You would think it wouldn't go over. So, and then the Spurs, the last game they played against OKC, and I guess it depends on who dictates the pace. Now it done shot up. I missed it. When I first seen it, it was 228, and I slept on it, and like literally slept on it. And then when I woke up, it was 231. And I still liked it. And then ever since then, I just been looking at it more and more and more. And then I was even actually, I hit up Jimmy because, like, he been successful when the line moves that high to go the other way. Mm-hmm. And here you say the first half under. So I don't like it as much. I bet it. I posted it. So I'm going to give it out. I'm going to just trust my cap. But to be transparent, I don't know how much I like it at this point.
Oh, but, yeah. My opinion on that, I have absolutely no opinion on this. I'm just telling you what I would do with no opinion before I hear what you guys have to say. And I wasn't aware of that line move, and you beat the hell out of that line move, Justin. Very nice. Now it's all the way up to 234 or 234.5. So as of right now, we'll see where it closes. As of right now, over was clearly a play. As far as the side is concerned, not much movement. Still Knicks minus 2.5, maybe a little bit juiced towards them at some places, but not much movement on the side. Billy Brisbane, you got anything in this one you're like?
Oh, hold on, I got 2 more plays though.
Wait, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
These 2 plays I'm confident in. I got OG Anunoby. You can get over 4.5 rebounds for minus 130. That's not my play. My play is 6+ rebounds at plus 150. He's going over his number. Well, he's got this number the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. The previous meeting against his game, he had 5. So if you want to stick to the 4.5, but my play is 6+. I just like the matchup that he has, and counting on his rebounds. Like I said, in recent form, he's cashed both 2 out of the last 2 games, and I just think it's a mismatch. The matchup we got Barnes, and I forget that dude's name, but the matchup I love. So give me Anunoby, 6+ rebounds, and the third play is Stephon Castle, 30+ PRA at +102. I don't know. I think ever since Fox then came back, that from injury, he's up and down. I don't seem like he's completely got his legs up underneath him, so I don't want to count on him. I like Castle's form. He went over this the previous game also. But more importantly, with Wemby, we don't know what we're going to get. Like, I know this game is all on the line, but he was on a minute restriction the previous game. So even if he's not, he's going to need more than Wemby just scoring. Wemby's points per he got 22 points last time. His point spread is about 21.5. So I didn't want to get there. And I don't think this is going to be a stars be stars game for the Cup, even though you would think it would be. Brunson had 40 the last game. I couldn't bet on his over again to do it again, but it's a champ game. So I like Castle. I like Castle 30+ PRA at +102.
All right. So there's 2 player props from Justin and liking the over, although that line has moved all the way up to about 234.5. Billy Brisbane, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just going to read what I wrote up yesterday for this game. I mean, the Spurs have been a great story in this Cup, beating the LA Lakers as a +6.5 point underdog and then snapping OKC's 16-game win streak. And at full strength, it was Wemby's first game back. It just kind of feels like the books got you exactly where you want. Like, this is a great price tag on the Knicks, in my opinion, regardless of having an easier path. I mean, you can only beat the teams right in front of you, and they've done a really good job of doing that. I feel like the Knicks have shown just like they have shown promise with this core group in the past, but they've yet to like really grasp like a win to really get rewarded for their efforts that they've been putting in. Narrative wise, if you just go down narrative street, I mean, you talk about Jalen Brunson's deal coming into the season. It was a very team-friendly deal. And then we talk about Hart's jewelry robbery. He had a house robbery last month, lost a lot of jewelry. And then on top of that, no McBride or Shamet for the Knicks tonight. I don't see the Knicks going deep into this bench at all. Like, the starters are going to play 40-plus minutes. I know Stacks is talking about Brunson coming off the 40-point game. Shit, he's going to have all the minutes and the shot attempts to get there tonight. If you look at the big thing that comes down to me is really just player rotations in this one. Wemby dominated the fourth quarter in the last game out, had 15 or 22 points in the fourth, but still on a minutes restriction. The Spurs are going to have to go 9 deep. They're going to go 9 deep in this game versus the Knicks. If you look at their bench, I mean, they're playing Mitchell Robinson 15 minutes, Jordan Clarkson's playing 10, and Kolik's playing 15. And they ain't making a whole lot of subs. Like, those are like the bare minimum subs that you could possibly make in an NBA basketball game. The Knicks being a tad older, a little bit more experience in a playoff style atmospheres. I mean, San Antonio's coming off an emotional win. Did they already win their championship down here in Vegas? I think the Knicks are locked in. I think them having an easier schedule is going to benefit them here in this Finals Cup game. I'm on the Knicks pretty heavily here. I took the Knicks on the money line. I like the Knicks team total over. That number's moved a little bit, but you could still get that number at FanDuel. Let me read off that number. Knicks team total over 114.5 was -121 at FanDuel Sportsbook. And then player prop wise, I'm kind of stuck in the player prop market here because I like the OG Anunoby props that Stacks was talking about. This seems like a matchup that they're going to need OG Anunoby to kick it up a little bit, even if it is offensive scoring wise and rebounding wise. And then it's funny that you talked about the first half under because me and you, Pistol Pete, Loshak, we actually broke down this game a year ago to this date, almost about a week ago to this date. It was a Christmas Eve. It was a night here at Pub Sports Radio. It was the day of Christmas where the Spurs played the Knicks, and we bet the first half under, and we were rejoicing by 12:30. We bet the first half under, and we took Devin Vassell's under on his player props, and we made some fucking cash. I looked at my Action Sports Network account for that game, and the only shit that we lost in that game was some shit that I put in with fucking NFL games and the NBA games, but everything else we cashed. But it's funny that Stacks is on the over because it's like you read about the history about NBA Cup Finals. When teams go to Vegas, the under. There's no way I feel like these two teams play full game and it's competitive and this shit doesn't go way over the total. I think it would be because of the Knicks, but I get it. Wemby's back and all that, but damn, man, I like a lot of points in this one. I think this is going to be a high scoring, phonetic pace one. This is the type of game that like you can really run out same game parlays, a different couple variations. One of the variations I was looking at for a same game parlay was just a 3-point prop parlay, taking OG Anunoby 2+3s, Jalen Brunson 2+3s, and then I couldn't really decide which one of the Spurs guys I wanted to take. De'Aaron Fox was the chalkiest. I kind of like De'Aaron Fox's player props tonight. I think you could run a little player prop battle with Jalen Brunson and De'Aaron Fox, because for as many points as Jalen Brunson is going to shoot, De'Aaron Fox is going to come down on the other end and shoot the ball right against them. So I like a lot of stuff in this game, but mainly the money that we're going to make today that isn't like recreational bets is New York money line, team total over, and we'll get into the player prop stuff. That's why you guys got to check out the Discord, post that in there for silver and gold for what SGPs we're going to end up rolling out.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'd be sleeping on the Discord. That's wild.
Bro, Discord's been hot fired. Shouts to my fellow compadre and just my 2 cents. Running hot in the Discord. Posted that DK Metcalf anytime tutty. Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I had some Kenneth Gainwell props in there. All in there for silver and gold. It's not even like we're like forgetting to tweet stuff out or anything like that. It's just, time consumption of the days and stuff like that. A little bit easier access of information. If you go over to that soccer tab, I mean, look at Pistol Pete Loshak running it up in the soccer tab.
Yeah, the soccer stuff is we'll talk about that in a bit. Soccer stuff is interesting. Yeah, looking at the total on this one, you think of the Knicks as when they're doing well, under trending team, but their last game against Orlando, they rolled and that went way over. And then San Antonio, the opposite, of course. You think of them as a high-paced, over-trending team, but their win against OKC went under, and particularly the first half. And I just have to think, Spurs beat OKC as a double-digit dog with a very low-scoring first half. You got to think they're going to repeat that here. But you like the over, Justin. Well, both Billy, and the market likes the over. So obviously, I'm not getting something. What am I missing here, Justin?
I think there was a little bit of nervousness for the Spurs in that first half against Oklahoma City, but once they settled in, I mean, you saw how that offense flowed and stuff like that. And I think the contrast of Wemby being on and off the court should probably help the total. Like, Wemby comes off the court, they're going to run small. That's how I kind of look at it. Stacks, why'd you end up liking the over?
I don't know. I just felt like the Spurs was going to be the ones who dictate the pace. This game's not in Madison Square Garden. This game was in MSG, then I would think that the Knicks is going to dictate pace, but I don't know. I just think that the Spurs coming off like you beat the best team in the world, like you just beat the Globetrotters. So my whole thing is that game went under because of OKC Thunder's defense. Like, and the Knicks, they play defense and their pace is bottom 5. So you would think a lower scoring game. But when I capped it yesterday, I was so mad because I was staring at a 228 and literally fell asleep before I bet it. I fell asleep within my bet slip and woke up and it wasn't there no more. It was there, but the odds was wild. So I trusted my cap and just bet it at the number when I woke up to. And then, but that was like 3:30 this morning. And then overthinking and more capping it, I'm like, man, Spurs play a whole lot of defense. Like, you add the Spurs defense, then you add the bottom 5 pace with the Knicks. I'm like, man, I might have messed up. But if I bet it, I'm giving it. If I do a show and I bet it, I'm giving it out. I'm just going to trust my cap. But just to be transparent,
I think this number is playable up to 235. Like I know it says 233.5 right now. Justin got 231.5. I think this shit goes even higher. I think this closes at 235.5. You remember the Spurs game last week against the Lakers? That total was just climbing and climbing and climbing up until the closing. Up until tip-off, the number kept on moving. It moved about 6-7 points. I think this is very reminiscent of total movement.
But there's only one thing that, and it bothered me so much that I texted him. Like, when I seen it, my first thought was, ooh, shit, even though I missed the line, I still killed the line movement. And then I just kept hearing Jimmy's voice. So what, we think the books are stupid? Like, I seen a 228, now it's at 234.5 right before I hopped on here. So, well, we think the books are stupid. They made it at 228, but they made a mistake.
See,
So-
but I think it's the other flip of it, of like they're really respecting market action because I know if I'm doing this, hella people had to do this yesterday. Bro, I didn't even look at the NBA games that were on the card yesterday. I went straight to this game. Like when I woke up yesterday, I placed 5 bets and none of them were for today or was for Monday at all. They're all for today and Wednesday, and one of them being the Knicks bets. Where like, how many other people do you think that went to their sports book, opened up the NBA card, and said, fuck it, let me bet this Emirates Cup game for tomorrow now? And I think that's what really drove up the total of like respected public action early in the day. But, you know, that's all theory and stuff like that. But, I mean, I think you're on the right track, though, with the over.
I hope so, but public's not moving this line 5-6 points.
Right.
I think the respected market action is what's moving the line of like.
That's a whole lot.
It's a lot, but think about how many guys are going to have those little model things that are going to come in at 233.5 and be like, oh, 233.5 is too high. If you look at the Vegas totals down here in years past, these games are going under. Like, nah, bro, that has nothing to do with tonight's game at all.
My only pushback on my own play is another reason what lost my confidence is the people who, the well-respected bettors, they stared at that 228 like I did, and they might have had a lower number. So why they ain't push play then? Like I'm telling you, I literally was capping because it's been 18 degrees, it's been like 18, bouncing back from 12 degrees to 18 degrees out here. So I've been in the house. I've been in the house just capping, doing absolutely nothing. I haven't gone nowhere. So I stared at that 228 and never bet it. If this over doesn't go over, and it's anywhere between 229 and 231, I'm gonna be so mad.
All right, so there's a lot of great stuff in the comment section. First of all, Bo Jackson liking Spurs money line. Bunch of people liking Spurs money line on this on the total. They're split. You go Kong's Clips thinks the fair total line should be at most 214.5, maybe lower. He's saying I'll be surprised if they put up 215.
214.
250. If 215 is scored in this game, Kong's Clips will be surprised. Surprised. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I think it's connected towards I think it's connected to what team that you think that's going to win. If you think the Spurs are going to win, it probably goes under, to be honest with you. If you think the Knicks are going to win, I mean, if you look at the Knicks totals in the last month, the games that have gone under ain't because the Knicks are going under. Like, they're putting up the points. It's usually they're just blowing out teams by like 15 to 20 points where like they're not putting up the total.
You just made it worse for me, Billy, because I think the Spurs win this game and I like the over. So I'm all fucked up.
SF9 Liner took the Knicks. Sky, man, this is really mad. I'm all fucked up because the screen names.
I'm going 3-0 today, so that's all I know.
Skyrick 4V likes the Knicks. So people split on the Knicks and the Spurs. And
this is exactly where the sports books got you. This is where they want you. You seen the Spurs play in the last week. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Thunder. Their future odds have came crashing down. The Spurs just beat the fucking Thunder. They snapped a 16-win game streak. And this is a pick'em. That tells me everything you need to know. Take the Knickerbockers to the bank tonight. I'm telling you.
All right. I think you guys are probably right about the over, but if the first half under hits, it's going to be one of those things where I'm like mad at myself for not giving it. So if I were down units, I wouldn't do it, but I'll make it official. First half under 118 minus 108. I don't really like it, but we'll see. First half under 118, but I think you're right.
If you win that bet, I'm hammering the live over.
Yeah.
I feel like you got it, and I'm not a big power ranking guy. Because, power ranking in NBA doesn't really matter from night to night. But you're talking about the best team in the East that you're getting at a damn near a pick 'em price tag versus a Spurs team that I'm very high on, but they're still like 5 through 6 in the West. Like I can name a bunch of teams right off the top of my fucking head that are better than the Spurs in the West right now. I want you to do that same exact thing with the fucking Knicks in the East. You can't really name a bunch of teams that are better than the Knicks right now. I mean, in the West is like, where do you put the Spurs in the West? Like, they're behind the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Thunder, the Rockets, the Timberwolves. So I think they're the sixth best team versus like you got the Knicks in the East. Yeah, they might be in second place behind Detroit, but I think the Knicks are a team to beat in the East by like a wide margin.
All right, real quick pushback, and then we'll go to to the next thing. Under your theory about the best team in the West and the best team in the East, that's an unfair statement because the Spurs are in the West. Competition is a lot stiffer. So how many teams in the East would you put above the Spurs?
2, maybe 3, maybe 3. 3. I would say the Knicks, the Pistons, the Celtics.
No, we're talking current Celtics.
Current Celtics, yes.
Without Tatum.
Without Tatum, the Celtics team that I've seen play in the last 2.5, 3 weeks is
better than
pretty
Spurs.
good. Yes.
Okay.
Resume-wise, we're talking about resume-wise. All the Spurs stuff, I'm with you. I think the Spurs are going to be a really good team, but it's all like we're grasping, we're predicting them to do the things. I've seen the Celtics win championships. I've seen the Celtics have heartbreaking seasons and come back and win championships. I've seen the Knicks go deep inside the fucking playoffs in Game 7 atmospheres and them come out with victorious. And sometimes they've lost. I mean, I think this Knicks team is experienced enough to deal with the body blows that the Spurs are going to potentially give them. The Spurs gave the body blows to the Thunder, and the Thunder ain't been body blowed this year yet by somebody like that. I think this Knicks team going to come out the gutter and get this dub here, man. I mean, there's no other better place to be than in Vegas right now if you live in the city of New York. It's cold as shit out there.
Yeah, wow. I'll be very interested to see where this closes. If it moves, off of 2.5 or 3. Our esteemed comments section is pretty split when it comes to the side here. Respectable people on both sides here. Actually, looks like more people leaning Spurs though. Bo Jackson, Thomas Rooney, Kongs Clips, all these people. Lil Pix 283 likes Knicks. All right, so it's definitely split in the comments section, and I think we can. Stephen Hairston calling for a 111-107 Spurs win. All right. See how it turns out. I went on the first half under. Might have been a mistake, but we'll see. Now let's get to college basketball. We got a big card. I looked at some of this stuff preliminarily before the lines came out, but I ran out of time to do a deep dive into the card. So let's just start with Justin and Billy. See what these guys are like. And on today's card, Justin McKelvey, what do you like from today's college basketball?
Stacks play day number 2. I'm on Tennessee. When I got it in bed this morning, I got a -1.5, -109. And I look at it as Louisville, throwing loss of the season. We caught them on the road when Arkansas jumped. I think it was Arkansas. I had it wrote down. I think it was Arkansas jumped on them. Tennessee lost 3 straight after beating Houston. And I just think that this is a good right spot for Tennessee. I think this line opened up as Louisville as favored. And then before I came on here at Bet Rivers, I was looking at Tennessee at -3. But when I got it, it was -1.5. I just think after 3 losses from Houston, catches Louisville team in a hostile environment, which I think is Tennessee. I think it's going to be a bounce back spot. A little worried about the revenge spot because Tennessee did beat this team by 22 early in the season last year. But I don't know. I like this Tennessee team, man. I just think they're going to bounce back. The number I got, I don't know if I endorse 2.5, being that this line opened up with Tennessee as a dog, but I like my number, and that's player number 2.
Yeah, I did look at that to start, and Louisville, of course, rolling, and Tennessee's been overvalued so far this year. Now, that doesn't mean and my note for this one, I do a lot of this stuff before the lines come out, and my question to myself was, how big of a favorite will Louisville be? And the first line I saw was Tennessee -1. So,
see, I feel opposite of that, Pete. I feel like Tennessee should be a way bigger favorite in this game. If they didn't fucking win a game since playing Houston on Thanksgiving, that's the last time that they won a game, this line would be like 4.5, 5.5. If Tennessee beat one of Kansas, Syracuse, or Illinois, this line would be way higher. But I don't know. I think you're getting a lot of value on Tennessee. And if that's the case, then I don't see this game going over the total. The total seems a little bit too high here, where it's like Louisville's a run and gun, going to shoot a bunch of threes type of team, and that doesn't bode well against it. Like, just thinking about the way these two teams play. Louisville shoots a bunch of threes with a bunch of guards. Tennessee's best players are their guards, and they guard the three-point well. I think Tennessee routes them, or not routes them, but this game should go under. Like, this should be a physical bloodbath type of game, and if that's the case, then that's a Tennessee basketball game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. Go ahead, Justin.
I was telling Brizzy, he said it right. I see this being a rout.
Yeah, I mean, the total opened high, 159.5. Now it's definitely down to like 157 or 156.5. And of course, Tennessee is now up to 2.5. So I was thinking, where will they make Louisville as a favorite? Tennessee was the fave. Now they're a 2.5-point favorite. Tennessee is probably the right side. That's a great call there, Justin. All right, what else do you like, Justin?
Last college game I got, and I'm mad that it took me so long to find this game. I'm on Bowling Green. I got Bowling Green. They play Chicago State. I got Bowling Green minus 21.5, minus 110. And Chicago State, they're horrible. They finally got to win against the D1 team. Like, I mean, like, I don't even, like, this is my cap. Like, anyone who's been betting college basketball been fading Chicago State and Mississippi Valley, but Mississippi Valley is different this year. But Chicago State is the same Chicago State. They got to win. A feel-good story last game against as a dog, as a D1 outright. You get this Bowling Green team. Chicago State lost 3 of the last 4 losses came by 23-plus points. One of them was by 30-something. Like, everybody blows this team out. I expect Bowling Green to do the same thing. I expect them to win by 29, 30, 35 points, somewhere in that area code. So Bowling Green minus 21.5, minus 110.
Yeah. I mean, the line is definitely, again, moved in your favor. First line I saw was like 19.5. Now it's up to 21.5. And Chicago State, coming off of a straight-up win against Loyola, Illinois as a 15-point dog. So they're up and down, but they have some okay games here. They came within 12 of Minnesota. They got to cover there. Got to cover against St. Louis. But, yeah, after that's a big, obviously, in-state win for Chicago State. Now going against Bowling Green, I didn't catch this either. Again, I just looked at it for a preliminary glance, but you're right. It's got to be a letdown spot for Chicago State, and when they lose, they get blown out even by teams like Bowling Green. Yeah, another really nice one, Justin. I might tell it one myself. All right, is that all you want to give us for college?
Yeah, those are my two top players in college. That's what I said Jose.
Yeah, this looks very nice. Billy Brisbane, what do you like in college basketball today?
Yeah, we're going to go take a trip to the mid-majors here at CBS Sports Network, Dayton, Ohio. Florida State taking on Dayton. I don't like picking on these bad teams while they're down, but damn if I do, damn if I don't. I like Dayton in this spot. They match up very well against Florida State, in my opinion. The way Florida State plays, they want to play in these phonetic scenarios type of games where they're getting out and running and stuff like that. I don't think their athleticism is going to matter. And when their athleticism doesn't matter and they're playing these other Power 5 conference teams that have height and speed and stuff like that, they keep on getting smacked. I don't want to pick on them while they're down, but Texas A&M 59-95 route. Georgia 73-107 route. Houston 67-82 route. UMass 95-103 route. Dayton is a team that I've been backing quietly this season, and it's because this roster is deep, man. They got a 7'3" French kid. I think his name is Latang. And then they have shooters all around him as well and ballers. And Dayton on their home court has been like a cash cow throughout the years. And I don't think anything's going to change tonight. The line's moving up to 7.5. So it's probably a Dayton double result or a Dayton parlay piece filler here. If you're looking to parlay some stuff, there's some games across the slates tonight. But I like Dayton a lot here. I think they rout Florida State here.
Yeah, Florida State's a pretty crazy team. It's almost like that game at Florida where they almost won as a huge dog was their Super Bowl. And now they're like, all right, we're done. We'll blow out some shitty teams like Georgia Southern by 20 when we have the opportunity. But when we go up against a good team, we're gonna get rocked. What do you think, Justin? I know you have thoughts on Florida State in general.
I do.
Right?
I do. That's wild because I almost sent Jose this game and I didn't because I wanted to wait on it. And Bridges against me, the line's moving against me, but I think this is too many for Florida State. They're coming off a loss, a home loss as a double-digit home favorite to UMass. Just happened on Saturday night. I think that they got the better strength of schedule as far as Dayton, and they asked this Dayton team to win by damn near double digits. I think the spread is out of control. And even though Brizzy's against me, I'm like I got it highlighted. I think I'm going to get there with Florida State. I think if you add up the rebound, they got the rebound advantages, the strength of schedule advantages. I think Florida State is going to be in this number. I think they're going to win this game outright. Only because like they're coming off like a major letdown. Like these are the spots that I like. When you was at home as a double-digit favorite and you get killed, well, they didn't get killed, but they lost by almost double digits. And now you're on the road against a Dayton team that I do agree this Dayton team is better than Florida State, but we're talking about 7.5. We're almost at double digits. Like, I don't know. You're going to show me. Like Florida State, they rumbled Florida, the returning champions. They rumbled them. They didn't win, but they rumbled them. So, like, I don't know, 7.5 with this Dayton team against Florida State. I think Florida State stays inside this number. I'm probably going to get there.
I think Dayton's one of the most slept-on, like, mid-major teams in the country. This team is stacked.
No, they good. I'm not even saying sprinkle on the money line. I'm just saying at this point, 7.5. Like, that's a whole lot.
Don't be surprised, man. Dayton's got a squad, man. I mean, was the last time you flip it out mid-major? The last time we seen a mid-major team have a 7'3" guy, it was FAU, and they didn't went to fucking Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, it does seem like Florida State either covers by double digits or loses ATS by double digits. Urban Pope saying,
you know what? I'll make that official. I'll take Florida State plus 7.5. I don't like Bridges' attitude.
I'm just saying, man. Dayton's one of the better mid majors. I played on my flag Thanksgiving week during feast week that Dayton's going to be one of those teams, and the flag is still planted. I'm back in Dayton.
I'm not calling for the outright. I'm just saying Dayton by 1 through 7.
Well, you can bet 1 through 10 at FanDuel. You can bet 1 through 10 at FanDuel with Dayton.
No, because I'm not saying that it's impossible that Florida State wins this game. I'm not calling for the upset, but it's not impossible.
100%.
Urban Pope says Florida State's been coming off of major letdowns all year and still get smacked the next game.
Bet Dayton then.
Yeah.
I'm betting Florida State, so you can bet Dayton.
Urban Pope, if you're such a Florida State expert, bet Dayton then. Go for it. No,
bet Dayton, that's all.
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't know.
I feel like for these like little mid-major teams, when they can catch one of these Power 5 conference teams right before conference play, those would be the times that these little mid-majors be smacking these Power 5s. It's like Florida State, Power 5, getting 7.5 points going into Dayton. Tell me where I'm wrong. I don't know, man. It seems like one of those ones of like I just seen this script before, man. I think
so you don't think Florida State saying we're Power 5, man, and we dogs? How disrespectful. Let's go there like this line is like this because this line is only like this because of the UMass game. There's no way this should be 7.5. No way.
Me personally, I think that Florida State is one of the worst Power 5 teams in the country. To be honest with you, like I think that they suck. I don't want to say that they suck, but I mean I think that they suck. If you said the ACC and you looked at the ACC right now, the ACC is in a down year, and then on top of them being in a down year, you got Florida State, who's the worst record in the whole entire ACC, like by like a pretty good margin. Then Boston College and Pittsburgh are the worst teams in the ACC, and I think you translate the two, worst team in the ACC versus one of the top 5 mid-major teams in the country. I think the mid-major gets the dub.
Yeah, me personally, I have absolutely no clue what to expect from Florida State.
I'll send it to Jose since I didn't send him this game. I'll send him all my picks, but I'm making Florida State plus 7.5 official.
There you go. I think I might make one pick official. I don't know. It's a lower tier game, so you guys probably didn't look into it or whatever. But Rhode Island, similar to kind of the Chicago State scenario that you talked about before, Justin. Rhode Island off of off of 2 losses to Providence. Then they, straight up lost to McNeese. Now they're at home against Canisius, coming off a nice win. I kind of like Rhode Island there, even if it's a big number, first half and full game. I guess you guys didn't look into that, but
no, I looked into it, and I get Canisius State is like one of the worst teams in the country, but that's wild. I'm not backing no fucking Rhode Island. It's probably the right side, and it's probably the right thing to do, but I'm just not backing no fucking Rhode Island at minus 22.5. I'm just end up passing on the game.
Yeah, that's a little bit tough there.
Canisius is so bad though. Look how bad they're getting routed by teams. Like they lost to Buffalo 53-71. They lost to fucking St. Peter's. I swear to God, if you lived in the state of New Jersey and you drove past one of St. Peter's or NJIT, you would think that's just the local high school in the town. You wouldn't even think it's a college university. They lost to them by double digits, and they lost to Siena. Siena! Yeah. Siena looks like a fucking assembly hall that's like duffed off somewhere. Like, have you ever seen their gym? Their gym looks like there's a play going on behind the fucking court. They lost 52-74 at Siena. Canisius might be one. They might be 5-6, but they arguably might be one of the worst teams in college basketball.
Man,
and the thing about that is, Canisius is always horrible. And the only reason why I can say that is I go to Youngstown State games a lot because it's like 45 minutes away. So I see them play Canisius a lot. And I can't remember the last time. I've been going there. This will be the 3rd year. I've seen Canisius the last 2 years. Or maybe last year I didn't see him. But I've seen them twice. But they're horrible. They're always horrible. It's like Canisius, Mississippi Valley, and Chicago State.
Mississippi Valley State. You ever watch a Mississippi Valley State game and you be like, damn, man, can I get some years of eligibility back? I'll go over there and go rock for Mississippi Valley State. I bet you I'd make the squad.
How could you not?
They see me hit 2 threes and they're like, he's on the team.
Yeah, sign him up.
All right, I will. I'll make 2 plays official here. I'm talking about the over in that Rhode Island game, which
there was a game that caught my eye, and I wanted to talk to the boys about it before I saw it. Queens is playing Arkansas. Mm-hmm. This has to be the highest pre-flop team total I've seen in college basketball all year. Arkansas's team total in this game is 97.5, juiced towards the over at minus 120. Basically, you would be betting 99.5 to get plus money. Say it ain't so. I mean, you look at some of these numbers that Queens have been losing by, feels like everybody's hanging 100 on them. I mean, fucking Virginia had 94 against them. I don't ever remember Virginia scoring in the 90s in a college basketball game. Is Arkansas too fat and happy off of the Texas Tech win, or do you think that they can rout Queens and score 100 points is really the question. Fuck them covering. Are they going to score 100 points?
I wouldn't bet them to score 100 coming off of Texas Tech. I think they're fat and happy. Like when I looked at this game, that's why I didn't even cap it. My whole thought was, I don't want to have nothing to do with the team off of beating Tech. Like I don't want to fade them because I could see them routing this team and lighting the scoreboard up, but the way Texas Tech plays, and then I just felt like y'all left it all on the table and beat Texas Tech last game. Now you're still at home. Now you're at home, and you got this weird team coming in here. I don't know. It just seems like this is one of them games that they win by like 11 points, 13.
Okay, well, I think that that Rhode Island hopefully will pick it up in this one. I'm going to take Rhode Island first half minus 12.5, minus 111. And then to go along with a lean to the over, I'm going to take the first half over as well, just 64 minus 115. So all right, if it goes over, but Canisius wins by 10 or whatever, I'll take the small.
If Canisius wins by 10,
what?
Is that what you said?
No, if Rhode Island. So if Rhode Island wins the first half, by 10, but it goes over. That's a very low total for a team that should be motivated to put up some points here for Rhode Island. So I'll make both of those official. Rhode Island minus 12.5, and I probably like the over a lot more than Rhode Island, but I'll double up. I'll make those 2 official plays. Now I'm seeing 64 minus 108. I guess that's not a great sign, but I'll make it official anyway First half over 64, minus 108. And is that it for you, Billy Brisbane, as far as college is concerned?
Yeah, I just had that Dayton play. Dayton in college, NBA, the Knickerbockers, and the team total over. I'm gonna post all these in the Discord as well. And
so you bet Dayton?
Yeah, it's his top play of the day, man.
It's the only college basketball game that I bet today.
Mine is what?
I took it in a parlay with Leonard Tien that plays tennis tomorrow.
See, that don't count.
It does count because we gave out BYU and Ella Jacquet Mott last week. And to be honest with you, it was the college basketball shit that was the sweaty one. And then college football, I like I know this isn't a college football show, but I like Jacksonville State in that college football game against Troy tonight. A little bit eye test wise, I don't want to keep on fading Troy because they played James Madison the week before, but I don't know. I like Jacksonville State. I like the way the team plays, and I think Cam Cook anytime touchdowns like certified. I mean, Cam Cook, you could damn near parlay his anytime touchdown with whatever the fuck you like today.
All right. I did you guys look at all the games on the card? Because there were a few other things that I did look at that I'm thinking about, but
yes,
I did a deep dive into. Can I just ask you? And if you have nothing to say about it, that's fine. South Carolina Clemson is very interesting. Of course, that's a rivalry game in South Carolina. Clemson has been pretty good ATS against good competition, but I don't really have a good read on South Carolina. South Carolina is getting a lot of points. I was thinking South Carolina first half or full game. Of course, Clemson gave BYU a run for their money at Madison Square Garden. So Clemson's good, but I was thinking maybe South Carolina getting double digits.
It's 12.5, right?
Yeah, 12.5. Yeah.
When I seen it was 12.5, and my first thought was pretty much what you said. I was like, why is this spread so high? Like 12.5. Like I don't think South Carolina good, but I don't think they suck. Like
yeah,
I don't think Clemson's being way overvalued. 12.5 points on Clemson. Clemson ain't beating a whole bunch of Power 5 teams by double digits this year. This is not the same Clemson team from years past, in my opinion.
It's a rival. I couldn't understand why the spread opened up so high. I would
blindly take South Carolina plus 12.5 and bet the under. The under is probably I'm not a total guy, but the under is probably the better bet. If Clemson's really going to win by 12.5 points, I don't think it's going to be from them just hanging up a big total. Usually their games are like slugfest, defensive type matchups. If you look at South Carolina's team total, it's at 64.5. That tells you. I feel like that tells you everything you need to know. This shit's going to go under.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna make it official, but it was something that I was thinking about. Florida International Miami is another interesting one. Florida International has been good ATS on the year, but this is a different level of competition. Miami's been very good, and I was thinking that Miami, I don't know, might roll there, even minus a whole bunch of points. Marist Georgia Tech is interesting. Georgia Tech is off a cover, but they haven't been good ATS. Marist has been. And careful, but I was thinking about when the line came out, maybe thinking about Marist first half. Let me see.
Did you get greasy? Because I like Lamar over UT Rio Valley Grande. I think that's one of the worst teams in college basketball, and Lamar's not great, but these are kind of like it kind of seems like a bounce back spot. I mean, they played Texas A&M Corpus Christi. They lost that game 49-57, and then they played San Diego State at San Diego State, and they got routed in that game 71-89. Now they come back at home and play who I think is one of the worst teams in college basketball, in my opinion, UT Rio Valley Grande. I like Lamar. I think that's a very generous price tag. It's the line's at 3.5, money line minus 170. I would put that spread at 6.5, 7.5. I mean, it's UT fucking Rio Grande Valley. That team is terrible.
Just
all right. Okay.
Just to piggyback,
has hooked us up with some college basketball leans here. He says he didn't bet them, but he's hooking us up with them anyway. Thank you so much. All right, so let's just review our official plays from NBA and college basketball. I just have Spurs Knicks first half under 118 minus 108. Probably that might be a terrible bet in retrospect, but I did it. Rhode Island first half minus 12.5 minus 111, and the Rhode Island Canisius game first half over 64 minus 108. Justin McKelvey, please review your visual plays. Thanks so much.
Stacks play today I had them backwards. Stacks play today number 1 is Spurs Knicks over 231.5 minus 114. OG Anunoby 6+ rebounds plus 150, and Stephon Castle 30+ PRA plus 102. College is Stacks Palladium #1, Tennessee minus 1.5 minus 109. Bowling Green minus 21.5 minus 110. And I'll get the odds when I get off here and send to Jose, but Florida State plus 7.5.
Okay, right on. Thanks so much. Billy Brisbane, please review your plays. Thank you.
Yeah, NBA wise, New York Knicks team total over 114.5, minus 121, and then we're on the New York Knicks money line minus 136. And then college basketball wise, check out the Discord. We're gonna have the parlays and stuff posted in there. I'm gonna have a little parlay in there with Dayton, and then we're gonna have a SGP for that Knicks Spurs game as well.
All right, right. I'm going to check out the Discord, and if there's anything I'm on, I'll let you guys know about it, just to let you know. Another great segment, guys. We'll be very interested to see what happens to the line movement in the Spurs game, what happens in the first half, what happens in the second half. And I think, I don't know, if the first half goes under, I might be thinking hard about taking the second half over. But we'll see. Billy Brisbane, Justin McKelvey, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next week. Okay, now, what do we got? NHL or college or college football? Not college football, I can tell you that. No. What is that guy's face? Look at that. Look at that face. That is NHL analyst from Belleville face right there. All right, let's get into it. We got 10 games on the card. I'm still up in NHL, but I did take it on the chin last week. Bunch of things I missed that I should have had. Bunch of things I took that I shouldn't have did that in retrospect. But you know, it's all right. I jinxed myself by talking about how awesome my record was, and you know, it happened. Let's get into it. Let me just get everything here. I'm also looking at soccer while we're doing this. Let me look at the comments section. Shout out to everyone. Tell us what you think about all these NHL games. And now, let's start. Okay, wait. Let me get my notes here. Okay, now let's start. Okay, first game on the card is Utah-Boston. Right now, Utah's off 2 decent wins, but they had been losing before that. Boston, of course, playing great overall, off a margin loss at a very good Minnesota team. That is forgivable. Boston, at some point, you know, they're going to come back down to earth in a major way. Maybe they'll lose a bunch in a row. I don't know how bad they're going to be, but they continue to play great overall. And the Minnesota loss, very forgivable. Now they're back home. You know, they also get Pasternak back. You know, so that's nice. You know, Utah. I'm having a hard time getting a read on Utah. They have been losing, but they outshot you know, the Penguins by a lot in their last game, and they're off of 2 decent wins, and they're a small favorite here against Boston. So I was thinking maybe small lean over, maybe Utah first period. I don't really know. I think I like Utah in general as a team, character wise. Not sure about that. What do you think? Whatever the hell you think.
Yeah, it's I think Boston here, Pete. They're coming off of 6-2 loss, as you said. Mm-hmm. They got a back-to-back tomorrow, Utah. So just got an update on who's in net today. It's not going to be Veg Milk or Veggie, as I call him. It's going to be Vanacek. Vanacek's going to be going. Just looking at his numbers here. His last game was on December 6th. He had a loss, allowed 1 goal in that match against Calgary, and then December 1st lost again against San Jose. So hasn't had a lot of starts. His record actually is quite poor. His last win was, holy Christ, it was all the way back in October. It was against Winnipeg. So they're going with one of their backups tonight. Swayman's going to be in net, coming off the loss. I'm staying off this game. Last 2 weeks, both these teams have been trending in the right direction, I would say, Pete. So don't have a good feel on this one. First period stats, too, for you guys. 7-6-7, 5-5-6. So you're not getting really much out of that. Penalty kill has been great for Utah last 10 games. Going to be a no play. I would lean to the under, but again, I'm kind of like you, Pete. I don't really know too much about Utah here, and Boston has been playing well, and they're getting back their leader in Pasta, and McAvoy's been back in the lineup. Question mark still on Arvidsson though, and Asparat. Yeah, it's going to be a no play. I don't got a good feel for this one. There's a couple games that got no action, Pete. This is one of them.
Okay, let me look at the comment section and also look at these friggin' Copa del Rey lines, which go in 4 minutes. Billy Friedrich leading over 6.5. That's what I was thinking about. AM says line move on the game is scaring me. Strong move to the Bruins recently. Is that true? Let me see. Hold on. Now I got to bring up NHL and about a maybe 5 or 10 cent move to Boston. Total hasn't really moved much. Let me see. Line movement on the game scaring AM. Jason Meyer leaning Boston. AM with a system like in Utah.
Yeah, if you look at the way these teams have been playing, like they've been playing really strong. The goaltending is going to have to be good with the way these two teams have been playing. So I would maybe lean to more of an over now that I'm looking at just kind of how they've been playing here, Pete. They haven't had Logan Cooley to Utah, but they've been able to. They're still scoring. 5-5-3. 2, and then the other side, Boston, they've had 2-6, 5-4-5. So both teams have been scoring. You're going to need to have a good performance from the goalies, probably. And then you got Vanacek, who hasn't started much this year, hasn't got a lot of wins. So when we're talking this out, Boston does at this line. I would be on Boston. I know they're coming off that road trip, right? Yeah, coming off that road trip. I would be on Boston at this line. I wouldn't be surprised if money maybe comes in on Boston, just knowing that Vanacek's going to be in net instead of Vejmelka. So, lean towards Boston for sure at this number.
Boston really getting it done. All right, I got to do some Copa del Rey stuff right now. 2 minutes. I'll decide what I want to do if I want to take a shot with it. Next game on the card is Chicago-Toronto. Chicago's now lost 4 of 5. They're losing. Bedard is out for people who don't follow NHL closely for Chicago. Toronto lost 3 or 4 in their current homestand. This should be a Toronto spot, but here we are. Once again, you see this in all sports. Should Toronto be this huge of a favorite against anyone? I don't know. You tell us what you think, Mr. Ghoster.
Right away I circled this one just like you said. It is a Leaf spot, really. You're going to get Wall though. Joseph Wall first start since December 4th. So before that injury he had or the layoff or the setback, he had a 96% save percentage in 2 games in December, 1.2 goals against. So he's definitely not a problem for the Leafs. Gonna get at least your backup goalie. Still don't have Stolar, so the goaltending is getting a little bit better. First period stats, so this one jumps out. Blackhawks are 2-5-9 in the first period on the road. Toronto's 7-4-8. So with how Toronto's been playing of late, I'd be very surprised if they don't jump over them early. Didn't fire on this, but first period, Leafs to be leading after the first feels like a good play here. What I did fire on was the Leafs team total over 2.5, Pete, and the money line at -115. Goal differential has been really bad for the Blackhawks of late, -13, 5-on-5, and the Leafs are actually a +5. So 60 minutes, getting Wall back too. Who else are they missing here? Tanev, Michelli, Michelli's day-to-day. Carlos out. Missing a couple defensemen, but I like the Leafs here. Should be you don't want it to be a really high-scoring game, but I think that's going to be where the Leafs are going to want it. They want to dictate the pace here, put as much pressure on Spencer Knight, the goalie for the Blackhawks. So, Leafs should, if they don't get this one done, it is what it is. Toronto's just a bunch of frauds, but I think this is a good spot for them. Money line, Pete, and team total over 2.5, -115.
In the meantime, there was I didn't check the line. I'm checking it now. First line I saw for Toronto at, big offshore books, like -235 or so. Now it's all the way down to -190, like a 40 or 50 cent move against Toronto. Look at that.
Is it Wall's in net? Like, do people really not believe in Wall here? They're getting Dakota Joshua back too on the third line. This is just Toronto 4 lines here, 60 minutes. They are quick here. They got Nazar, you got Bertuzzi and Mikheyev who play for Chicago coming back to Toronto, but just a spot here. I'm going to be taking Toronto. The bottom 2 lines are just you're going to rely on 2 lines here really all game. I think for Chicago where Toronto's much deeper here, 60 minutes. So give me Toronto. I know they're just missing Bedard and Foligno, but those are 2 guys that are top 2 forwards. So.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe about the under. Maybe that's too obvious. What do you think about that?
If it's a high scoring game here, I don't necessarily like that for Toronto. I think Chicago do have a tougher time scoring here. Penalty kill has been really good for Toronto. It looks like defensively, like 13 goals, -13 in the last 2 weeks, 5-on-5. That's the worst on this whole card. And this is a really good spot for Toronto. So yeah, I think they get at least 3 in the win tonight.
Meantime, look at this. AM like in the Blackhawks money line plus 198. Can't get 198 now. You can't get 170 though. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't know who's going to be on the Blackhawks, but there's no way Toronto should be that big of a favorite against anyone. But Bo Jackson likes Leafs money line. He says they're honoring Joe Bowen tonight. Oh, look at this. NHL play of the day Islanders as a small dog. I'm going to copy and paste this. I was thinking the same way. We'll see what we get to that, what everyone else has to say about it. So many tabs open here. All right, Islanders spreadsheet play of the day from Ron Crawford. All right, let me just think. And Bo Jackson also leaning over in this one. All right, now I'm back into hockey. I'll think about if I want to make anything official on this on the first 2 games. I was thinking about Chicago first period or something like that. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Next game on the card, Philly, Montreal. Philly had been good. Now they're off of a home with Carolina where they lost both, but they were both in a shootout. 3 straight OT losses for Philly. Before that, though, they had won 7 of 10. So they're, I assume, I don't follow their roster and shenanigans that closely, but I still have them pegged as a relatively good team. Montreal, also a pretty good team, up and down. They're off a nice win against Edmonton. They can get their losses, but up and down. And in general, Montreal tends to be a little bit more iffy at home than you might think. I was thinking Philly first period might be good. Unless there's some like Montreal first period home stat that I'm not aware of. But I was definitely leaning Philly first period as a small dog and maybe first period goal as well. And just maybe Philly team total over. Leaning Philly as a small dog, but would probably feel more comfortable with them, team total over or first period or something like that. What do you think? What do you think here?
Yeah, I think that makes sense, Pete, more with the Flyers with the goals. They're coming off those 3 losses, twice to Carolina and Vegas. But on the other side here, you're going to get Fowler, Jacob Fowler. This is a guy who's been in the USA development for a long time. All he's done is win. Now he's up with Montreal. He's had 2 starts, Pete. 1 win, 1 loss. 1 overtime win, I believe it was, against Pittsburgh and the Rangers. Still going to be his first home game. Those were both on the road. This guy grew up, too. He was a big fan of Montreal, from Florida, too, out of all places. Big fan of Montreal growing up. So it's going to be his first home game. You got a team in the Flyers that are looking for wins. They're just having a tough time stopping the puck. Danny Vlader, Pete, he's kind of struggling a little bit, just being more of a number 1. His numbers aren't bad, but he hasn't really done enough to really stand out. Some of the numbers here, you're looking at first period stats. Flyers are 3 wins, 6 losses, 3 ties on the road in the first, and Montreal 7, 5, and 5. I think we're going to get goals here, back and forth, goal fest here in this game, guys. This is the Gokster class special I've been doing. Is first period, both teams to score plus 165, and both teams to score 3 goals at plus 200. We hit this one with the Devils in Ottawa last week, Pete. Really helped the card because that was like a plus 220 and then a plus like 180 on that. So I think I like this number a lot. I think we get some goals here. Goaltending, unless Cam Fowler stands on his head, but with the way the Flyers are just losing all 1-goal games too, the 3-2, 4-3, 3-2. Other loss against Colorado on the 7th was 3-2. So they've been scrappy in all these games of Flyers. But with this being the home opener, first game for Fowler, I think we see some fireworks between both teams here. I like the over.
And yet the total hasn't really moved, right? If anything, it's maybe dropped a little bit.
Yeah, and also you're saying too, like Montreal, I don't want to say they struggle at home, Pete. It's just teams get up whenever they go to Montreal at the Bell Center. Like a lot of these teams, just even if they're basement dwellers, they get up for these games. And Flyers are I wouldn't say they're a dweller. They're 16 and 15. A lot of these teams are all middling right now, and this should be a good game. I could even see overtime in this hockey game, Pete. I think it's going to be a back and forth hockey game here.
Robert Cherry with a nice comment here. And yeah, look at that. Billy Friedrich, the favorite now for commenter of the show. I ask a question, he delivers. Philly 3-6-3 road first period. Montreal 7-5-5 on the first period at home. That's not great, right?
Well, I get that, but the situation, I feel like I got a better situational spot here. Those numbers. They've lost 6, but I think the Flyers are going to be getting up for this one here in Montreal. Big time.
am leaning under in this one, so that's not.
And you
great.
got a rookie goalie too, Pete, with Montreal. Like Flyers, like they're probably talking about a talk. Like they're coming out firing here. That first period, you're talking about a goal for the Flyers. I think they're on the right track with that. I don't know if they're going to win the game, but yeah, it should be probably the second best game tonight.
All right. It's iffy, but most of these bets are iffy. I'll take Philly first period money line plus 108 and Philly first period goal minus 142. Team total over is 2.5 minus 135.
Yep.
If it's 0-0, okay, I'll eat the 1.4 units of loss. Philly not scoring the first period, but hopefully they can get something done. Hopefully my read is okay. All right, let's let me see. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Next game on the card. Here we go. Islanders and Detroit. Islanders are the Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day. And that's what I was thinking as well. And first period, maybe even more so. The Islanders won 6 of 7. 5 of those wins were as a dog. So the Islanders winning, and undervalued. Detroit, they're good. They're returning from a long trip. They won 4 of 6 on that trip. And now they've got Kane is out for them. But the guy who replaced him was the AHL leading goal scorer. So, this guy probably he's probably all right. In fact, who would you rather have in there? A 37-year-old Kane or a hungry AHL goal scoring leader coming up?
I agree. John Leonard has been in the league for about 10 years. He's 33 years old, I think, Pete. But I agree. Okay. This guy's he definitely is proving himself. He's actually with Charlotte, I think, for the Checkers for about at least 10 years almost, and then just got traded to Grand Rapids this year. So he's the captain. He's a leader. I wouldn't necessarily consider him a rookie. He's more of a veteran presence.
He's like the Bull Durham guy. He's like the fucking grizzled veteran who's now coming up. So maybe he's just one of these guys who just can dominate AAA, but just can't hang in the bigs then. At any rate, they're good. Detroit is good, but I was definitely thinking this is a good Islanders spot first period and probably full game as well. Betting into the Islanders dog value train to keep rolling for at least one more game. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, I had a real tough time with this one, Pete. I was going to do first period, both teams to score, but Horvat, it looks like he's going to be out. I haven't seen any update. If anyone in the chat knows, that's a big piece there. If he's not going to be in the lineup, they're already missing Palmieri. They haven't had Romanov for a while, Bear as well. But obviously there's Schaefer. He's been leading the way on the back end there, playing a lot of minutes as a rookie. I think he's 20 years old too. So Detroit, though, is a team that's both these teams are trending in the right direction, in my opinion. Gibson's actually doing quite well right now. 94% save percentage in December, 2 shutouts. On the other side, Sorokin, he's also had 2 shutouts in his last 10 games. So both goaltendings are surprisingly with Gibson. He's playing quite well right now. 25% power plays on each side. Islanders do have the better PK. First period discrepancy a little bit here. 6-5-4 for the Islanders, 2-7-7 for the Red Wings. So Red Wings do come out a little bit slower, you could say. But last 2 weeks, goal differential 5-on-5, +6 for the Islanders, +8 for the Red Wings. So both these teams are proving they can win. I kind of lean towards the Red Wings. I didn't play this game. I just couldn't, as they say, I couldn't get to the window with the Islanders. I felt like I was trying to force it, so I stayed off this one. I kind of lean towards the Red Wings here.
All right. Well, not much movement market-wide that I'm seeing right now. Red Wings about -125 or so when they opened, and it's right about where they are now. Total about 6, and that's right where it is right now. All right. I'll take a shot with Islanders first period +105 money line. I'll take a shot with that. Not going to take Islanders to score in the first, I don't think. You're saying that the Islanders might be who's out for the Islanders?
Horvat. So yeah, he's 60 minutes. That's where I think they're going to maybe have a tough time keeping up with the Red Wings, the Islanders tonight. But we'll see, because the Red Wings they're a high flying team for the most part. They got Casper on the third line, I just noticed too, which as a guy who has been playing first line minutes for a good chunk of last year and this year. So they just got more depth, I think, right now. Well, yeah, right now than the Islanders do.
Yeah. I mean, the last time the Islanders went into Detroit was in November. They smoked them 5-0. You think that's something these guys think about, or?
It's a good little motivational spot there, and they're missing a lot more players, I'd imagine, too, the Islanders, than they were in that last game. So, I'm not going to play it, but I would lean towards the Red Wings.
In their own home, they got beat 5-0 just
hockey time.
Less than a month ago.
Yeah.
Do they think about? They do, don't they? They do think about that shit.
Well, yeah, and this is it isn't a same division game, so they're not going to see each other too many more times this year. The Red Wings. The more I'm talking about, the more I'd be betting. It's just like you said, those plus number on it's got to come to an end sometime with the Islanders, but they have been hot with plus money. Yeah.
Oof. And then they met in October. I'm seeing now at New York, and the Islanders won 7-2. So they've really had Detroit's number this year. So in 2 games.
And I imagine it's probably Gibson. Like the goaltending's been the problem really with Detroit, and I think Gibson's playing a lot better than probably he was before then too. Like all the numbers are telling me Detroit here. Even with Johnny Leonard coming up, I didn't know that, Pete. This he is by far the best player in the AHL, so that's not going to hurt them at all.
Yeah. All right. I'm taking the Islanders first period. We'll see. Plus 105. All right. Let's move on. Next game. Here we go. Vancouver Rangers. No overnight line for this one because the Rangers, of course, on a back-to-back. Vancouver got a win in their last out, but they were terrible before that. And, of course, Vancouver traded their star defenseman, Quinn Hughes, and then they got a bunch of newcomers coming in, Rossi, a few other guys. And with those 3 newcomers, they got a win, right? 2-1 over the Devils. Before that, though, they couldn't win. So maybe it's addition by subtraction or whatever. And maybe these new guys have a new mojo and have some spirit. And now Vancouver won't be terrible because the Rangers on a back-to-back. They lost to Anaheim yesterday. And we know the Rangers had bad psychological issues at home to start the year. They now are able to score and win at home, but they still look a little iffy. They still look a little not good at home. Adam Fox is out. That doesn't help. Zibanejad didn't play yesterday because he was late to a team meeting. He's going to play here. So I think that probably gives them a bounce. Low line, I was thinking maybe take a shot with the Rangers. What do you think?
It's Quick's going to be in net. They had Shesterkin in last game there. I don't know if you saw him leaving the ice there, Petey. He was smashing his stick, almost hit someone in the someone in the crowd, you could say, with his stick there. Not happy. Quick turnaround here. With Quick in net, who's been decent actually his last 10 games, 93% save percentage. They are 6-2-2. Canucks are 3-6-1. Since the trade, though, Rossi and Byam, Zeev, Byam, I could be butchering his last name, but Zeev, top prospector that Minnesota drafted. He's also a guy that was in the USA development camp with like Fowler. So this guy's got a lot of upside. The defenseman they picked up there. I'm going to stay off the side here. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. The lines, why is the line so low for the Rangers here? That's kind of why I stayed off it here. It's a lot lower than expected. I think we're going to see a tighter game with Demko too. The more starts this guy has under his belt, the better. He's been hurt a lot the last few years. And then first period stats here for you. The Rangers are still, Pete, 1-8-5. So they've only been leading after the first period once. And then on the other side, Canucks are 3-5-9. So both these teams are, I don't know who's going to win this game, but I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. Quick's been decent. And I do trust Demko long-term here. So give me no goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds, plus 115 in this game.
I mean, Vancouver did put up 2 in the first period against the Devils, but then just 1 goal total the rest of the way.
Yeah, and coming off that bad loss last night too, quick turnaround, like defensive accountability, defensive it's going to be there. They're coming off Anaheim compared to Vancouver. Anaheim's one of the fastest paced hockey teams too, so this should be a lower scoring game. I would lean towards the Rangers, but I'm going to stay off. I didn't know that about Zibanejad. I have a question mark. I didn't realize he missed a meeting, so having him back should help this team 60 minutes.
Billy Friedrich, Rangers home games, 3-13 in favor of the under. All right, I think that pretty much. We can call it now. Billy Friedrich, commenter of the show. Congratulations, Billy Friedrich.
You, Billy. Appreciate it.
That's not an easy award to win, but Billy Friedrich just clinched it at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much, Billy Friedrich. Man, I think I might. Gosh, jeez. Yeah, the Rangers, like, they're really bad, aren't they? Like, how bad are they though without Fox? How much does that matter?
Defensively, I don't really know their defense that you can say too well here, Pete. I'm just going to bring it up here real quick. But it's just coming off that 4-1 loss. The defensively, they're not too bad. Borgen, not too many household names. Susie, Borgen, Schneider, and Gavrikov. That's their leader without having Fox. But the way the Canucks are going to be playing here, I don't know. It's hard to say what we're going to get now without having Quinn Hughes moving the puck up. I think you're going to see a lot more of those 2-1 games out of the Canucks going forward. And then that stat Billy brought up about the unders at home. I think this is going to be the under game of the card, I would say here.
All right, I'm going to take first period under, and I'm going to double up. I'm going to double up full game under. Of course, I'm going to buy the 6 on that one. And I guess, the Vancouver team total under 2.5 at plus money. That's pretty tempting, isn't it?
That's very tempting, yeah. Goal differential, too. They're -1. And then the Rangers are -7 the last 2 weeks, 5-on-5. So they should. They very well should. I would be surprised if the Canucks get 3, then the Rangers might be losing this game. So,
yeah. Yes. You're right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take a first period under, which will be 1.5 plus 100, and the full game under 6 minus 126. I'll take that one. And I guess as far as the Rangers, I would love to take the Rangers here, but they're just so unreliable at home. Could easily see them losing again at home, right?
They could. They're like the Leafs. Like the Leafs could lose their game against Chicago tonight. The same thing.
But you're getting such a low line with them. All right, I'll just stick with those 2 plays. Let's glance at the comments section. Okay, great. AM leans over with Canucks Rangers. Great.
Well, they have Garland back in the lineup. Rossi's going to be centering the first line. Besser, like they have some of their offense, you could say there. Camp's still centering the second line. I don't love. Zeev Bouillon there. He's going to be second line defense with Myers, Roenick, Pettersson. I would just be surprised. I still like the under here. 60. Mm-hmm. I think early we're going to see the under. The first period under I like more than the full game.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of because fluky things can happen, and probably right. Gosh, what should I do? All right, I'll stick with both of them. I guess. Why not? I hate being on the opposite side of AM.
Good point, AM. Yeah.
Because AM's like, if I didn't have all my awesome data, I would agree with you. But then his awesome data is so sharp. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but Quick sucks though, doesn't he? Not really.
Not really. No, he's been really good actually. He's 93% save percentage. He's had 1 shutout, 186 goals against. Like he's been solid. I don't know how he's been without Fox in front of him, but
I'm just going to take the first period. Let's go 1. First period under 1.5 plus 100. Yeah, if there's 2 goals in the first period, I won't want the full be on the first game on the full game 6. Even. All right, thank you so much, AM, for making me not double up on this. And God, I would love to take the friggin' Rangers here. But all right, let's move on. Next game, Anaheim and Columbus. Anaheim on a back-to-back. They won at the Rangers yesterday. Last game of the road trip, they're 2-2 so far. And Columbus, they've lost 5 in a row, 2-9 in their last 11. But that was a big game for Anaheim yesterday. There's some guys that used to be on the Rangers. They returned to Madison Square Garden. They got a nice win. Yep. And again, I don't have a great read right now on exactly how shitty Columbus is, which is what I'm hoping to get from you and the people in the comment section. I'm thinking Columbus first period.
That makes some sense here. These first period stats you're going to like then, Pete. The Ducks on the road. I don't know if I had last night's numbers in there, but they're 2-4-11. So they've had a lot of draws, but they haven't been leading after the first. Blue Jackets at home are 5-3-6. So they've only been trailing 3 of those 14 times. So they're definitely I think live in the first period. I do like that. What's the number here? -140. That's really saying they think Columbus has a shot here with how well Anaheim's been playing. I think it's a good point with Kreider and Trouba playing yesterday. That was a big one they wanted to win. You're going to have Husso in that too. I think he's had enough starts where he's playing decent right now, Husso, but you're going to want Dostal and you're going to want Dostal definitely going forward. You got the team on a back-to-back. Blue Jackets. Both these teams, Pete, are really kind of identical in my opinion. They're fast-paced, want to get a lot of pucks on net. and the Ducks and the Blue Jackets. Goal differential too, -4 for the Ducks last 2 weeks, -8 for the Blue Jackets. So they're susceptible defensively, and both teams have all the offense really on both sides here. Missing Olivier isn't that much for the Blue Jackets. So this is both teams to score first period and both teams to score 3 goals, only +130 and +135. That's how much really this is probably going to be one of the higher scoring games tonight. Both these goalies too, 91% save percentage for Jet Greaves, who's the better of these two goalies. Both of these goalies, though, have not had a shutout. Whenever I at least see a shutout, Pete lets me know that they got a little bit of form there. Both these goalies haven't had a shutout in their last 10 games. Penalty kill, power play advantage towards the Blue Jackets, but penalty kill for the Jackets is at 67%. So it just feels like a game that's going to go back and forth. But I do feel like Blue Jackets get this one done 60 minutes, but the goals are where I feel better out here.
And some support coming in for first period play on Columbus as well. So I'll make that official. Columbus first period money line -123, and maybe I'll add on Columbus to score in the first period. Let's see. AM saying I didn't move on this game, but I missed it somehow. I like the Ducks, but even Billy Friedrich looking to play the Ducks live after they go down 1 goal. And after that game, and this one, I think I will double up with. Let's see how high the team total is for -199. For some people, that would be I don't play that, but I do. I definitely do.
2.5,
and I will. I'll double up. I'll take Columbus first period goal -199. There you go, baby. All right, 2 plays.
I like it. It's a back and forth game. Like even if the Blue Jackets go up, then all right, the Ducks are going to score. But then you just got Houston on the road here. I think this could go to overtime. It's going to whoever's got the puck last, you could say, is going to win this one.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to have some units to make up for my loss with the Rangers first period under, my Philly first period goal loss. So I'm going to make it up here with doubling up on Columbus. Let's look at the comments section, and and AM likes Anaheim money lines. I think that's a great look. When Columbus goes up 1-0 or even possibly 2-0, look for the Ducks live. Get a big dog number on that one. Okay. Next game on the card, Edmonton-Pittsburgh. Here we go. Edmonton, they had won 4 or 5. Then they lost the last one at Montreal. So what do we expect from Edmonton going forward? Are they going to start to be awesome, continue to be good, go back to their shitty form from recently? And the Pens, they've now lost 5 in a row, but 4 of those losses were in OT. So the Pens, playing competitively, not getting it done in OT. And they're also, to throw another monkey, I guess it's a pass, they are just off of a trade with each other. Pittsburgh and Edmonton off a trade. Pittsburgh, they got to be salty about their recent losses. But then again, maybe Edmonton is not the team how awesome Edmonton is. I don't know, man. I was thinking maybe over first period over, but a side pass. What do you think?
Yeah. This is a debut for Skinner, and who's his debut against? The Edmonton Oilers. Skinner is with Pittsburgh now, and Yari is with the Oilers. He had a win there the last game, Yari, so it's going to be a second game. But we're talking about the Oilers are hot and cold, and right now they are hot. They're bettable right now. The last 2 weeks, goal differential +10. Penguins are trending in the opposite direction right now. The goals in the first period, I don't mind, to be honest, Pete. I just think this is one I didn't really think twice about. Probably going to be the most. This is a must watch too, with Crosby and McDavid. Then you get the former goaltending matchup here too. Edmonton's pretty much got a lot of their key guys back in the line. I'm missing Wallman, Roslovich, but you got the mainstays there. So short, sweet. Give me Edmonton money line and the over 2.5. Being safe with this, just trying to kill the juice a little bit, -120, but I can see Edmonton scoring 3-4 goals here. Skinner maybe getting pulled just to save, just to make it Skinner not look so bad. I think it's going to be tough. I think, give me the Oilers in this game. Going to be a must watch tonight.
All right. Well, AM has a reason to like Pittsburgh as a dog. Very, very tiny move, about a 5-cent move in their favor since the first line I saw. No real move on the total, 6.5. Kind of even on both sides, -105, -110 on both sides.
Yeah. The last time Pittsburgh, yeah, they had different goaltending, but defensively they've allowed at least 3 goals in their last 6 games, and you had Edmonton who's been scoring a lot, and they're coming off a back to back up here in Canada, beat Toronto 6-3. The next game on the 14th, lost 4-1. So this is one I would be very. I know this happened last time with Buffalo. Goddamn, Buffalo beat Edmonton. But I would be very surprised with just the goaltending. They've been trying to get rid of this deal's been talked about, Pete, for like the last 3 years. And now you got his first game, Skinner, against the Oilers.
You think he's gonna step up or check out?
He's gonna do the best he can. And I don't know if that's gonna be enough tonight. I hope for Skinner's sake it is, but I just think the Oilers are gonna they're going to score at least 4 tonight. I would say the Oilers in this game pretty confidently. Yeah.
Yep.
And you got Edmonton playing really well. Sorry to cut you off, Pete.
No, go ahead.
They're playing really well. The first period stats, nothing really changed. 8-5 and 6, 6-4 and 6. Both power plays too. Last 10 games, 32% and 34%. So there's. Go ahead.
You think they're going to be like, this dude's our friend. We're not going to score on him in his first game with his new team.
Well, they're going to say, it's going to be poor Skinner tonight. I think Yari. I do think Pittsburgh's going to score on Yari too. It's just offensively right now, Edmonton is one of the hottest teams in the league, and you're playing your former goalie that they know the weak spots on Skinner, and the same thing for Pittsburgh. They're going to know Yari, so. 60 minutes is where I could see Pittsburgh. This could be a live bet. I could see if Pittsburgh's up, say 2-1 or 1-0 or whatever, 2-1 after the first, I would be jumping on Edmonton live for sure in this game. Yeah.
I'm thinking about first period, but I'm like, I don't know. Like if I was playing hockey and Jimmy the Bag was in goal, I probably wouldn't want to score on him for the first period. And then I'd be like, all right, this is real life. And then I'd start scoring on him in the second and third periods. But that's so weird psychologically, what's going on here.
Yeah, it like they could say the reason they didn't win the cup, like we don't want to blame it all on Skinner, but that's been kind of the issue is goaltending the last 2 years when they made the finals, and now they finally made the trade, and the goalie you traded for is now the team that he's playing as well. It's a crazy scenario tonight, and then you got 2 of the best players in the NHL playing with Crosby and McDavid. This is. I think, and then just with how well Edmonton's playing too, they're my stats here with goal differential, power play. They're one of the hotter teams in the NHL right now. So it's gonna be tough
because of all the psychologicals. I'd love to take first period over, but I'm going to hold off because of all the weird psychological stuff that could be going on. And there's Spoons bets. Alabama A&M. What a call! What a call by Spoons bets. They were like a 1.5 point dog. I was like, what if they're 3.5 the next morning? He's like, I'll like them more. They were 3.5 next morning. Probably liked them more. I think they went to 4 and they won by 8. Huge shout out to Spoons Bets, college basketball. Everyone copy and paste whatever he posts about anything, especially college basketball. He just posts something about DePaul. Spoons Bets, not a buyer on DePaul. Doesn't like DePaul right now. Shout out to Spoons Bets. All right, let's move on. Washington, Minnesota. Man, Washington, they've now lost 3 of 4. Before that, they have been great, though. And Minnesota now really turning it around. So a rough start to the season, but really turning it around. They've won 4 in a row by margins, rolling. And now they're just a very small favorite at home against Washington. This line doesn't quite make sense to me. And now AM likes the Caps. Go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you were tossing it. I'm staying off this game too. It's going to be Lindgren first start since the third, and then Gustafsson, who has been playing decent. They got 2 of the 2 best goaltending tandems a while between Wallstedt and Gustafsson. So both teams are pretty much identical in the sense they're playing really well. Goal differentials are pretty much the same. Power plays, penalty kills are identical. There's nothing I could really find in this game. And they got Hughes with the Wild in this. I would kind of lean towards the under, but this is 2 teams that are just playing really good. Kind of like the Islanders, Red Wings had a tough time making a decision on this one.
Wow, Justin McKelvey and Nunya bets. Loving Butler plus 15. Okay, I'm going to look a little hard at that and maybe tail. Shout out to Nunya and Justin. And yeah, here we go. A very, very low line for a great Minnesota team, minus 125. And now it's moved 10 more cents against them. And AM like in Washington. So got to be Washington or nothing. And best bet on the board. Wow.
What?
This gets the best Capitals best bet on the board label for AM. Last time he did that, I went against him, and his friggin' call won. That was the Edmonton game. Buffalo, best bet on the board. They won as a big dog. And the markets move 10. This has got to be. I can't add this to my official record, but I will almost certainly tail it.
I think it's a first period maybe on Washington. I think that's where I would I might fire. Yeah, if I were to, I think I'd do first period Washington.
Look at that. What does this data see? Because is Washington like a good team now? Are they all right? I mean, Minnesota is good for real, I think, right?
They are. They're a really good team that's lost 3 of 4.
Yeah.
And whenever you get that, I think first period could be a look. And Minnesota's, they've won their last 4 games, but the game against Ottawa wasn't convincing. It's a tough one. You got the best goaltending tandem here in Minnesota. So I almost fired on, I think, no goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds here. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. Just 2 good hockey teams right now.
Well, the market disagrees with you because the total was first total I saw 5.5 juice to the over. Now it's 6. So almost a half goal move to the over. Not quite, but almost close one. Actually, no, not a move, a significant move to the over, not a half goal, but a significant move. All right. I'm going to pass on this one, although it definitely would be Washington nothing. I'll probably tail it. Can't add it. Can't just take AM's data. Just boost my record with that. But I'll tail it, though. All right, next game on the card, Calgary and San Jose. Calgary, they're good now, I guess, right? They've won 4 of 5, 8-4 in the last 12. Less good on the road, but they've still won, 4 out of the last 7 on the road. Now San Jose back home after a road trip. They did win their last 2 in OT. 3-2 on the trip. Of course, all 5 of those games, they were a big dog. So a successful road trip for San Jose and another great span of games for people just kind of blindly betting San Jose as having value as an underdog. But Calgary, they're pretty good now. And I don't know. My thoughts were maybe Calgary first period, maybe over. But this is tough. There's also some injuries for San Jose. I know Kurashev and Will Smith got hurt in the Pittsburgh game. And this is also the dad's trip for people who don't know what the hell that is. And, that does mean a lot to these players. Supposedly that favors Calgary here, right? So it's the dad's trip for Calgary. So there you go. Another, reason to maybe fade San Jose in this one spot as a dog. I don't know. This is a tough one. What do you think?
I think the line's telling you everything you need to know, Pete. With them making a -140 favorite on the road with the San Jose, they've been the better, you could say, record. But what people know is San Jose is the better team here. So they'd be like, why? It's like the line really tells me everything. Right. Wolf has been playing better too. He's had 2 shutouts in his last 10 games. You brought up all the points there, Pete. The dad's trip, the penalty kill has been solid in the last 2 weeks. They're missing Will Smith and Kurashev, who went out against Pittsburgh. They're coming off that long 5-game road trip, which they were in from Dallas, Carolina, Toronto, Pittsburgh, all over the place. Calgary at least had 1 game over in the West Coast already, beat LA 2-1. Dad's trip. This is it's a short 2-game road trip too. Calgary's beat this team too, Pete. I'm seeing 5 of the last 5. So I almost was trying to be cautious with this one, but more I'm looking at it, it seems like a Calgary play here. Money line and team total over 2.5 -110 is what I fired on here.
All right. We're going to take a shot in the Netherlands Cup in soccer right now with Heracles Almelo and Hoogieven over 3.25 +105. Over 3.25 +105. We'll see. Over 3.25 +105. I should probably take Almelo as well, but over 3.25 +105. Heracles Almelo and VV Hoogieven in the Netherlands Cup. All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? In NHL, let's see. In AM. Yep, AM has nothing else on his card. So no statistical insights into the Colorado game. To me, that's interesting. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to make a play on this Calgary game at some point. I have to think what I want to do. Oh yeah, that's the last game on the card, which is Colorado, Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Colorado, obviously excellent. 1 4 of 5. They can lose, but they mostly win. They are a lot less awesome on the road, and they continue to be, right? They did just go 2-2 on their last road trip, and the wins were, by 1 goal. 1 is in OT. 1 was a 1-goal win. They were all a big favorite in those games, and they're actually just 7-7 on the road in their last 14. And nothing from AM. And I don't know what that makes me think about this one. Maybe that means Seattle is worth a shot. Maybe Seattle plus 1.5, plus 2 at a big favorite line if you're nasty. Seattle's terrible now, though, right? They've lost 8 of 9. So I don't know what to think here. Probably pass.
Yeah, and then there's injury concerns for the Kraken. Marchman, I think he's going to be out, but Dunn and Kako, they had an illness. They're expected to be fine for, they said tomorrow, which would be today. Still, this team is one of the worst teams in the league, really. Penalty kills have been at 63%, Pete. Not a good first period team, minus 12 goal differential, plus 7 for the Avalanche. And also first period here. First period, Colorado's second in the NHL. Seattle is 31st in the NHL in first period goals. So I'm going first period. Colorado's going to be leading in this game. Seattle team total under 2.5 and Colorado on the money line for a big score of plus 220. Little 3-game SGP for you guys, just because the line's as high as it is. And it was minus 250. I saw. This is one of those ones I just thought they're going to smoke them. And if they don't, they lose, they lose. But I think they're missing too many pieces. Also, McCann's out. Schwartz is out. They're missing way too many pieces. Seattle, and you got a team in Colorado that's just a wagon. So this is just a 5-1, 5-2 kind of game. I think Colorado wipe them.
And it doesn't concern you that Colorado is like on the road. They get 1-goal wins as a huge favorite. They're only 500. Big sample size for a season, you know.
But now they get to play Seattle, who's just bought a basement dweller. Like, this is just a perfect spot, I would say. I don't know what those other ones were, Pete, but this one here just looks like everything is Colorado. So I think the lines should be minus 300 in this game.
Let me just quickly ask you something. Going back to the Calgary game, because I was looking at the Netherlands Cup thing there. Who's in goal for San Jose?
It's going to be, it looks like Askarov, who's better at home, much better home goalie. Last 10 games, still advantage Wolf. I just think they're calling up a couple players from the Barracuda tonight for San Jose, who I can just bring it up here real quick. It's going to be Igor, a Russian guy here. I can't pronounce his last name, Shirshinov, and then Ethan Caldwell. So 2 guys that I believe Caldwell's had a couple games in the NHL, but I know Igor hasn't had a lot. So it's just going to be a plug and place, and you got a team in the Flames who are playing quite well. This is the money line. You know, at minus 140, maybe that was just a play. I took the over 2.5. I do think they can score 2.5 on this team, but it does feel like a lower scoring game the way the Sharks are going to want to play this one.
You think the Sharks are gonna clamp on D here?
They're just missing Khrushchev and Smith. Like, obviously you still have the leader in Celebrini, but those 2 players are some key players, top 2 forwards that are going to be out of the lineup. And this is the first game without them because they played last game against Pittsburgh. So this feels like a flame spot. It really does.
Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to figure. I wanted to put one thing for Calgary, and I'm trying to think about how to do it. And I'll take first period money line Calgary minus 123. But I'm not going to take Calgary to score because they could easily. They don't really fundamentally. They're not a very good offensive team long term, are they? Or would you disagree with it?
It depends on who they're playing. But yeah, they're not, they can't just beat anyone. Depends on who they're playing there. I think this is a good spot it's just, if this team were to be completely healthy, I would be a little more worried 60 minutes, but I think they're more of a forecheck team. Like, the Flames don't have a lot of flashy players. You're right there. I just think right now they're playing well. They're playing accountable. And that's kind of what you want to see out of the Flames. You know, they're not going to be winning games like 6-5, 5-4 for the most part. They're going to be winning when they do a lower scoring. And the big thing is Wolf. They need to have more out of Wolf. And I'm seeing that here from Wolf. So I think they're bet on right now.
Yeah. All right. I took a shot with Calgary first period. And I should probably tell you with this, with something on Colorado, right?
First period minus 0.5 plus 120. I'm seeing around. So like, and looking at the numbers too, Seattle's 2-5-9 at home in the first period. So, and then Avalanche are 7-2-8.
And a 50-cent move to Colorado. Did you catch that since the first one?
Yeah, like it was minus 250, and I thought this thing should have been like 300. I think this is a smash and grab here.
You know, you might be right. I mean, if Colorado's a legitimate minus 300 fave here, which they very well might be, you give them 20 minutes, they're going to come out with the lead, aren't they?
And they're missing Marchment, looks possibly Dunn, Kako, McCann, and Schwartz. Like, those are your key cores. Like, that's like if it's a human, they're missing all their key arteries or their key organs. Like, I don't know how the hell they're going to do it.
You mean Seattle?
Seattle, yeah, they're missing a lot.
They sure are. They sure are. All right, I'll go with you on this one. I'll go with you. I'll take Colorado first period. Should I take -0.5 or just the money line? -190.
Like -1 feels pretty safe here for Colorado, even if it's juicy.
No, -190. Oh, -1 is plus 289. All right, you're right. I'll just take the half.
Oh, first period. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just take the half, plus 122. They got to score. They're going to have to figure out a way to score. Hopefully they'll be able to do that. All right, let's see. And then I just wonder, just for shits and giggles, what's the first period team total for Colorado? -212 to score in the first period. There you go. Yeah. AM says 6-11-1 Flames road record. Sharks 9-5-3 home record. This line is weird. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you one factor that doesn't go into those records is, again, I mentioned it. This is the dad's trip, which I think Calgary's like undefeated on the dad's trip, and they do say they care about it. You know what I mean?
And that, like, and the line, like you said it there, like the line doesn't make any sense. And these are the spots where it's the books, like they know, like it's the Flames or they obviously could lose, but from history and the Flames are more likely than not to play here.
Yeah. Luciano Morelli bets likes Colorado -1.5. Lucky Lefty saying, why is the chat disappearing? What? Is the chat disappearing?
Could be ads. They could be getting the ads right now. You never know.
Hey, YouTube, I won't say. I was going to say something just as a joke. Please put the chat back. Don't make it disappear. That's one thing. That's one thing I hate about AI bots is they don't have any sense of irony. God, man. And that's my specialty. All right. Okay, let's review our official plays. Mr. Gogster. I guess I'll start. I took Philly first period money line plus 108 and first period goal -142. Isles first period money line plus 105. Vancouver Rangers first period under 1.5 plus 100. That's a tough one. I am leaning over in that one, but I'll take it. Taking Columbus first period -123 and Columbus first period goal -199. Calgary first period money line -123 and Colorado first period puck line -0.5 plus 122. What do you got for us, Scobie?
Love it. Rangers, Canucks, no goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Ducks, Blue Jackets, Flyers, and Canadians. Both these games were going with both teams to score in the first and both teams to score 3 goals. Leafs over the Blackhawks and the over 2.5 for Toronto. Edmonton, love this one here. Game of the night. Money line in the over 2.5, -120. 3-game SGP here. Colorado, first period -0.5. Seattle's team total under 2.5 and Colorado to win plus 220. And then Calgary money line and the team total over 2.5 -110.
Mr. Gokster, thank you so much. We'll see you again next Tuesday.
Thanks, Pete. Be good.
All right. Now, I think we're going to do college football, right? With Gorky, right? We got 10 games, and there we go. All right, Gorky. We got 4 college football playoff games, 6 bowls we're going to talk about. A few things I've already bet, a few things I'm liking, a few things I'm very interested to hear what you have to say. We got the comment section. It's going to be a great 45 minutes or however long this takes us. Gorky, comment section. Everyone get ready. You ready, Gorky?
Let's go. How are you, Pete?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, Gorky. I slammed over 3.25 in the Netherlands Cup. Heracles and Hoovy.
Yeah, well, I came back from 17 down in the fourth quarter only to lose on a tip-in Dubai, Maccabi Tel Aviv in EuroLeague. So
I really got to put on my to-do list to get all your basketball plays, because I would have been on that live and cashed my live bet by a mile.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you probably would.
Man. I really got to do that. I'm gonna do it.
They were minus like 130 to start the game, and then going down 17. I can only imagine the number that you could have gotten.
I highly recommend people do that. Follow Gorky's Euro basketball picks, and if any of them go down significantly, especially very early, live bet it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
College
football.
College football it is.
First game on the card is the Veterans Bowl, Troy and Jacksonville State. Lines moved in Jacksonville State's favor, right? Opened about +3.5. Now it's like -1. Total dropped from 49.5 all the way down to 46.5. And I think that the Jacksonville State is probably the play. Troy did not, they had an okay offense with that guy Goose Crowder, but now he's going to be out. Top running back is out as well. That probably matters, but quarterback I think is a much bigger deal. The backup, Tucker Kilcrease has some experience, but I think that Troy really relied on Crowder to boost them up to this level of a bowl team, and that's a big loss for him. Jacksonville State lost to Kennesaw in a close one in their conference championship. I think they should be good enough here to get a win, and that's what I bet, and I'm probably going to make it official. What do you think?
I'm just trying to look because I think I saw something this morning about the quarterback trending towards playing or something. But if you have more,
wait, the Troy quarterback?
Yeah, one of them guys. Hold on.
The Troy quarterback is Goose Crowder.
It says Goose Crowder probable. It says here.
Probable. All right, we're going to have a class action lawsuit against some of the people who told us he's definitely out.
2 days ago, he was a full participant in practice and is trending towards playing or something like that.
Goose Crowder.
Yeah, man. The quarterback, Goose Crowder.
Goose Crowder.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
He's a full participant in practice. That's why I cannot get Troy at plus money. So it's a pick 'em right now, and I cannot I cannot invest to double up my money, and so I'm gonna stay off of this one. And disclaimer, guys, I'm gonna give you my leans, but very few of these bowl games that don't mean anything in terms of the playoff. I'm going to be on very few of them. I will be very transparent about that.
Oh, well, he's also been fighting through injuries, but
no. It says he had an ankle injury, but he was a full participant in practice 2 days ago.
Wow.
My source is the Score app. So
now Dizzy Donut says Troy's using a third-string quarterback.
Okay, well, all right. Also, yeah, be careful what you play in the bowl games that don't mean anything, because guys are going to go in the portal and maybe half of Jacksonville State is going to be Penn State players in about 2 minutes.
AM says, do you enjoy NBA injury bullshit? Do you wish you experienced NBA injury bullshit by betting a football game? Welcome to bowl season.
Yeah, that's bowl season now. Thank you, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
I thought that they didn't do that shit in college football season.
No, they do. For bowl season, they do. That's why I'm telling you, I am not touching any of these games without actual playoff implications. So we can talk about them. We can toss up around a little bit of money here and there. Like if you have nothing to bet on a random Thursday between now and New Year's, you're welcome. But I'm not gonna seriously, bet this stuff.
This game is going tonight, though. It starts in 7 hours.
Yeah, no, it does. So they might not be planning to play him and just putting out fake news.
All right. Well, even with him in, and even at full strength, then maybe I'm a coin flip. But Jacksonville State is still a nice little team there, I think. I mean,
Jacksonville State is probably going to have less guys that get plucked, right? So they are not quite at that level. Troy is still in Alabama, which is kind of a fertile ground for football. No matter what you do, like even if you go to a third division school in Alabama, you're likely to be able to go to Penn State if you're good enough. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I sure do. All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna take.
Actually, let's remember that this is a battle of Alabama, guys. Jacksonville State is also in Alabama.
No, I know. All right. Well, no. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take Jacksonville State -1, -108. If Goose Crowder plays and they roll with them.
Where is this bowl game, Pete?
I'm sorry.
Where are they playing?
Oh, this game?
Yeah.
It's in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay, so it's on the. Okay, yeah. It's on a neutral field, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. All right. I'm gonna take it. We'll see what happens. Let's move on. All right. You're right. You ready, Gordon? Next game, Old Dominion in South Florida, Cure Bowl in Orlando, Florida. South Florida is better than Old Dominion this year, of course, and ATS as well. And South Florida's stud quarterback is not going to be playing, but he is going to be supporting them. They're actually using him as a coach here. ODU's starting quarterback is out as well. So Old Dominion's going to have this guy Hennikel for his second career start. He started the 2024 season finale at Arkansas State, and they had a nice little win there. He can run. He's obviously it's a major downgrade from the starter, but it's not nothing. And so and then the replacement for Brown is going to be a graduate transfer who played for Tennessee, right? He has appearances this season and did okay, completed some passes, not very long ones, but this guy Moore, he's a graduate student, been there for 6 years, played for Tennessee, so he's all right too. So both these quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks, are out. The replacements are okay. Line has crashed from about South Florida -7 down to 3. I'm not sure where it is right now. And total also crashed by 56 to 53. Not quite sure if I agree with either of those moves, though. I don't know. It should be a run-heavy game plan from Old Dominion, which is what that guy Hennikel does best. So that would be a boost to the under, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking South Florida, maybe, despite the big move towards Old Dominion. I don't know. What do you think, Gorky, if any?
I don't know. Who's invested in this game? Who's coaching for South Florida? Is Golish still coaching?
Yeah.
No. Is he?
Right, the head coach. Right, the head coach is gone, so it's going to be the defensive line coach as the interim.
Yeah, so I don't know. Play an under 50. My lean would honestly be Old Dominion if I had to pick a side. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because they actually might care about this, and
Mm-hmm.
in the shit pool of quarterback play, they might put a drive together to win the game 7-0.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to have two plays, I think, in the Copa del Rey. I think I'm going to take Deportivo La Coruna and Ibar. I think I'm going to take
those are both second division teams at best, right?
It's in the Copa del Rey.
Yeah, no, but who are they playing against, Pete?
Other teams in the Copa del Rey.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Corky. But good looking out. All right. Let me see what people are saying here. Dizzy Donut liking Jacksonville State. I'm on it. Kong Slips, Corky, you have been a revelation for this program. I appreciate everything you do here and appreciate it. Absolutely. And just a bunch of great reads over the season, reads that I did not see that proved to be right. A lot of short road dogs that turned out to be a great.
Hey, God bless BYU, brother.
Yeah. Okay. I think for this one, you have to be careful. There's great value with bowl season, but you also have to be careful. This one, I think I'm going to.
That's why there's value. You gotta know when to take the dog, when the book is baiting you to take the favorite. When to take the favorite because it's close and both of them are actually playing or whatever. They're full strength sides. So it is what it is.
I mean, it's really, it's down to 3 juice towards Old Dominion. So the line continues.
I would honestly consider, like, I would throw a unit, maybe, and maybe I will. I'll post about it if I do. But like I said, I'm disclaiming this whole bowl season for anything else that's not fucking the playoffs. My side here would be Old Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, because of the value, and because we don't know what either one of these quarterbacks really is. Like,
yes, you're right.
Byron Brown took like 97% of snaps this year. Like, we don't know what's behind him.
Sorry, I'm looking at. I'm taking IBAR +1 minus 139. I'm going to take that. Not sure about Deportivo La Coruña anymore. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe look at these numbers. What's going on here? I'm thinking maybe Mallorca might be the play now. Yeah, I'm going to take Mallorca minus 140. Draw no bet. I'm going to switch to that. Mallorca, draw no bet minus 140. I'm taking that. And IBAR +1.
That live right now? Is the game on?
Yes, live right now. Okay. Did both of those. All right. And yeah, let me think. All right. Okay. I'm going to pass on this one. Hold on. And then I got at these. Sorry. I'm looking at soccer stuff while we're
Of course I'm going to pass on it, but I'm giving them breakdowns as I see it. Like, the value is Old Dominion all day.
Yes. Okay. All right. I just got to do a few things for soccer for a second. All right. Let's move on to the next game on the card, which is Louisiana, Delaware. Louisiana closed the year okay. Delaware was not good ATS. Delaware pass first offense. Louisiana very ground and poundy. So, given those styles of play, probably Louisiana has the edge late. I was thinking about maybe Delaware first half, and then maybe Louisiana live if Delaware gets up. Of course, this is Delaware's first bowl in their program history. The total has gotten bet up from the upper 50s up to 62. I'm leaning Delaware first half, Louisiana second half. What do you think, Corky?
I played Delaware one time. They lost for me, I think so. Yeah, I think they lost for me. They got run over. They have no run defense. They have no concept of a run defense.
And that's what Louisiana does well.
So if Louisiana want to take the bull by the horns and run for 700 yards, I think they can. Louisiana would be the play. Louisiana or nothing.
Yes. Okay. Let me just I'm just looking at just a little bit of stuff here, and then I will be back in business with everyone. Hold on one second.
No problem.
Is there anything in the comment section that's catching your eye, Gorky? Did anyone saying anything they're interested in?
Well, not really, Pete.
Not really. All right.
We love our
commenters,
right? Shout out to all you commenters out there. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel, man.
There you go. Now we're making content. Now we're holding people's attention. All right, I will be there. All right, here we go. All right, fuck it. I'm back here. Okay, now I'll look at the comment section.
Hey, I have an idea for you. Hit the like button, because when I restarted this stream, there was like only 81, and Pete was already like an hour and a half in. That's pretty embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, yeah, wine time. Look, here we go. See, this should have caught your eye, Gorky. Wine time sports. ODU for me, fellas.
Yeah, it would have to be Old Dominion or nothing.
Man, bear, pig. Here you go, Gorky. Comments that should have caught ODU. Pretty sure USF has tons of players out. Yeah. And it's headed down. All right, I'm gonna have to pass on it.
Where did Alex Golish land a job? Florida?
I don't even remember offhand. But all right, so
in the chat, tell me. I forget now.
Yeah, Louisiana, Delaware. I mean, it is Delaware's first bowl game. They're going to be up for this 100%. Louisiana probably will be. I was thinking Delaware, and I was thinking about the first half over. And I actually do like the over. That's right. Now I'm remembering. Yes, first half over. I hit that. And I'm going to make that official, actually, because I agree with you. I think that Delaware is going to be able to move the ball and be, motivated to move the ball at least early. I think they're probably going to. It might be. It's possible they'll wear down in the second half, although I
Auburn,
like the over anyway. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Alex Golish took the job at Auburn. Billy Friedrich just said.
Okay, we're going to make this official.
Yeah.
Lafayette, Delaware. Take a first half over. I'm going to shop around just a little bit, but at worst,
is this Louisiana or is it Louisiana?
Louisiana, right? Louisiana, Lafayette.
Thing.
Louisiana, Lafayette, Delaware. First half over 29.5 minus 124. I'll check two other places to see if better, but I'm going to make at least that an official play. And if Delaware is up at the half, I'll be thinking about taking, or even in the first, or in the third quarter, I'll be thinking about.
Don't worry about it. They won't be.
They won't be. All right. Okay. You might be right there, Gorky. Okay, now let's move. So I am making that official. Now let's move on to the next game on the card: Missouri State and Arkansas State.
This is Thursday, right?
Yes, the line is moved. This is being played in Texas. Missouri State and Arkansas State. This is the Xbox Bowl. Missouri State started the year great, but they lost their last two tough ones straight up in ATS. And Arkansas State, kind of the opposite. They were very good ATS second half of the year. The head coach for Missouri State is gone. And Missouri State, they were vulnerable to big passing plays in the season, big weakness for them. That's not really what Arkansas State does. Missouri State has some weak pass protection, and Arkansas State is pretty strong in that regard. So the total has dropped from 56.5, 54.5. I agree with that. I'd be leaning under here. And
sorry? PlayStation is pretty good, but Sega is even better, brother.
No, really?
Yeah, why not?
I believe you. No, yeah. Arkansas State, again, statistically, they have a great pass rush. They do get sacks, and that is a particular weakness for Missouri State. Their head coach is gone. Missouri State's interim coach is going to be Nick Petrino, Bobby Petrino's son. He's been their offensive coordinator since 2020, so, he's familiar with the team. He's going to know what to do.
This is also Missouri State's first bowl game, I do believe.
This is a tough one. I'd be leaning under. And as far as the side is concerned, if Arkansas State can control their issues with turnovers, then I like them. That is an issue with them. I'd be leaning Arkansas State and leaning under. You got anything on this one, Gorky?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Xbox Bowl got the day wrong because you know what? Mm-hmm. You're competing against the NFL. What the hell are you doing? Who's going to watch?
I will. Yeah, most people have more than one TV and one screen, Gorky.
I mean, I do too, but I would watch it too. But these two teams,
I don't know.
Really,
you got me.
I would. I like the way that Missouri State was able to come out and actually make themselves bowl eligible. But Arkansas State is the more storied team. More, obviously, it's these guys' first bowl game or something like that. But I would lean on the fact that, the Petrino family runs this Missouri State team. Like, the dad is on the staff, the son is on the staff, the son-in-law, the sister's husband is on the staff. So it would be Missouri State or nothing for me. Mm-hmm. But like I said, these are only leans, guys. I wouldn't invest anything too heavy into these games.
No, well, I appreciate it. I'd be leaning under here. Not sure if I wanted to pull the trigger on it, but definitely leaning under, and definitely maybe the first half under as well. I might make that official. I'll think about it while we talk about other games. Next game on the card, Kennesaw and Western Michigan. This is the Myrtle Beach Bowl in South Carolina. Both these teams are very good, right? Kennesaw is going to fight. They're getting points. I bet both of these teams during the regular season. I have a good college record, football record in this show, and I feel like 4 or 5 of those wins were from either Kennesaw or Western Michigan. They're both good. Hard to bet against both of them. Kennesaw getting some points, which makes me initially lean that way. Both teams like to run, so I'd be leaning under. But the total did go up from the initial opener. I feel like maybe Kennesaw might have a little bit of a potential for an offensive explosive offense here. and I think they're going to be fighting the whole way. Should be tight. Western Michigan has a tough defense, but I'd definitely be leaning Kennesaw State plus 3.5.
First, I'd like to say, fuck Western Michigan,
Okay.
because they got to the number that I actually needed, but I needed one more point for the last quarter and a half of their championship game, and they didn't get me a single point in the last 22 minutes of that game. So fuck them. It would be, but I do believe that here, if their quarterback plays, they're obviously the better team. But Kennesaw State is another one of these first time bowl teams, and I think that they can do something, surprise a few people. All the 7 people that will watch this bowl game.
All right, so you're leaning Kennesaw, right?
If I have to bet this game, yes, I would be on Kennesaw. When is the game?
I'm leaning Kennesaw as well.
When is the game?
Let me see. But I guess I'm going to wait a little bit towards closer to kickoff, and I'll think about it. Next game on the card, Gorky, Memphis and NC State. Memphis, of course, started the year awesome, then ended with 3 kind of very disappointing straight up and ATS losses. NC State the opposite. They started a little iffy, closed with 2 excellent straight up and ATS wins to end the regular season. Line was like there has been some spread line movement here. It opened at like 4.5, got up to 6.5 now. Then I saw it was all the way down to 4. Not much move on the total. Memphis, their head coach Silverfield is out, and the NC State coach is his 13th season, and he has not been good with NC State in bowl games, and so they presumably know that, probably trying to get a win here. But Memphis is even with all their issues and whoever's out and the coach, they're a tough, gritty team getting points here, and the line is now moved in their favor. What do you think about this one, Gorky?
I'm thinking their quarterback is also out for Memphis, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so it would be North Carolina State or nothing, but I'm gonna lean towards nothing for now. And guys, the only way that I will play these bowl games is if there is absolutely nothing on that day, then we play this. We play this so that we have some action on the card and we have something to watch.
All right, yeah, this is another one where, again, I want to wait closer to kickoff, but definitely, I'll be. It's possible I would take a shot with Memphis, but we'll see. All right, now we got 4 college football playoff games we're going to talk about, and again, the only
now
2 plays,
the good stuff.
the only 2 plays I've given officially: Jacksonville State -1, -108, and Louisiana Delaware first half over 29.5. I found -122 at a big book, so I'll make that official. And leaning under in first half under in the Missouri State game. All right, let's get into it. First game, we're going to talk about Alabama, Oklahoma. Of course, they played already in Alabama, and Oklahoma won. Alabama slumped ATS at the end of the year, I guess. If you want to say that the loss to Georgia was I would throw that out, but they did get beat down by Georgia in the conference championship game. They lost at home to Oklahoma already. That was an interesting game because Alabama pretty much played well, but turnovers and special teams mattered a lot there. Oklahoma has a great returner, Isaiah Satenga, who gives them great field position. They didn't have that field position. Oklahoma's offense was really not doing that well against Alabama's defense, and of course the turnovers mattered as well. So here we go. Oklahoma's at home. Line Alabama's a tiny favorite. No real move on the side of the total. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere, of course, in Oklahoma, but I'd be leaning Alabama first half and full game. What do you think?
I have Oklahoma +1.5 as part of a parlay with Oregon. I think it is the team that plays Tulane. I think that's Oregon, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Oregon and
Oklahoma. No, Tulane's playing Ole Miss. JMU's playing Tulane's playing Ole Miss. JMU's playing Oregon.
Hold on, let me get this.
Yes, trust me. Tulane's playing Ole Miss.
No. I trust you. I'm not trusting what I have posted.
Okay.
I have the right stuff posted. Here, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Oklahoma money line and Oregon money line in regulation. Yeah.
Okay.
And that gets me up to plus 104 because I got Oklahoma money line at close to plus 100. It was like right on the border. It was what it was, but it got me to plus 104. I just think that Oklahoma, yes, it's very difficult to beat a team twice in a year, but this is not Nick Saban's Alabama.
Absolutely.
This is not Nick Saban's Alabama. This is not a very good team.
Okay.
All these teams have flaws. This is what the transfer portal has done. It's diluted the quality of the top level product all around. Look at Ohio State. Guys, honestly speaking, Indiana, Ohio State should have been a 10-point win for Ohio State with their eyes closed, but not anymore. That's what the transfer portal has done.
So you like Oklahoma here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's.
Defense is king. Defense is king, and Ty Simpson will not. Probably they don't have Jen Miller back for this game, or even if they do, his foot is messed up. So even if he was to play, he doesn't do anything.
All right. Well, I hate going against you, but then Kong slips. Everyone's on Oklahoma. I'm going to be on Alabama. Obviously anything could happen. I'm going to take a shot with Alabama first half money line minus 110. I'm definitely scared of. I'm not that scared of the turnovers, but I am definitely scared of that friggin' returner for Oklahoma. That guy is a friggin' beast. And Billy Friedrich says Alabama wins. Man Bear Pig likes Bama. Gorky likes Oklahoma.
Look, I like this game can go either way. Like, you know what I mean? It's not an upset either way, because these are two blue blood programs, to use a basketball phrase. They really are. Like, is Alabama that much better through history? Not as a brand, I would say not really. In recent history, like in the last 20 years, because of Nick Saban, yes, but Nick Saban is gone.
You're right. Yeah, it's definitely a scary proposition to take Alabama on the road here.
If Nick Saban was the coach here, this line would be Alabama -7.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Also, Ryan Williams, or whatever his name is, Teddy Bear Boy, wouldn't be an Alabama player. He just wouldn't. He wouldn't survive a single day.
Okay. I hear you. It's sorry, I'm just doing like a few things.
It's okay.
None your bet says Corky talking like it's USSR versus Saban. There you go. None your bet.
Bro, it is what it is. I just like old school better than what it is now. This is we still love it because it gets us entertainment and gets us paid, because we follow the bullshit, and get paid for it. But is it a better product now than it was back when I was 14 years old? No.
No, I hear you. And that wasn't that long ago. All right, here you go. And AM has a system for the under, which is what I was thinking until it was came out at 40.5. And then I was like, all right, maybe I'll think twice about this. But AM, liking the under. I'm going to take a shot with Alabama first half. And as Gorky said, this could go either way. So we'll see. Next game we're going to talk about.
Pete, the only way I would play it, if I were you, brother, if you can let me, if you will allow me to suggest, you can do what you want, of course. But the only way I would play anything on this game is if it gives me plus money. So if that first half or first quarter gives you plus money, go for it.
Well, minus 110. No, I agree with you that in situations like these, a lot of times, absolutely. When you have, all right, when turnovers are probably going to, I'm just assuming that Alabama is not going to have the same kinds of turnover problems that they had in the first game. And if that's the case,
no, it might be worse. They haven't played in 2 weeks.
You're right. It could be worse, and in which case it'll get blown the fuck out. You're right.
And defense tends to be more ready to play. It usually takes offenses a few drives, whatever, coming off a bye week, whatever. No, defenses are ready to go usually, and this Oklahoma defense is one of the top 5 in the country.
I feel you. All right, well, let's move on. See what you have to say of this next game. Here we go. Miami, Florida, Texas A&M. This is a playoff game again. Texas A&M, the home team. The first line I saw was like 3.5. Texas A&M and 51. No real movement yet. Like some noise bouncing around, but no real clear market move. These are on paper. They're two very evenly matched teams, right? Texas A&M run first offense with Miami, great rush defense. Miami has just a bunch of guys all over the field who are just friggin' awesome, right? But NFL guys who are going to be drafted, playing, starting, all that stuff.
Really?
What?
Really?
Miami?
You believe that this year?
They got a great edge. No, not. I'm just saying, like they got an edge rusher who's great. A wide receiver. Do they not? Am I wrong?
I mean, I haven't really seen it, but I only watched like maybe
Carson Beck. He's probably gonna
7 times
start at some point, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Carson Beck may. Yeah, Carson Beck is going to be an all right quarterback. Stetson Bennett.
Okay. All right. So we have I was looking at this. It's going to be they're very both teams very strong in the trenches. They have playmakers as well. It's going to be an early start, and I was thinking first half under. It's a relatively low total, so I was thinking maybe to try to find a way to buy up to 27 if possible. But first half under, and I know Texas A&M is at home. It's going to be a huge, insane atmosphere there. But given the talent for Miami, and given that they're getting more than a field goal, I was leaning Miami plus 3.5. So that's what I was thinking. Miami plus 3.5. First half under, and maybe full game under in Miami first half as well.
For me, I'm not on a side, but I kind of am. But let me explain.
Okay.
Texas A&M team total over 28.5 points plus 100.
Really?
Yeah. Because Texas A&M has to play offense. There's too many weapons, too many guys that can take the roof off of that defense, so to speak, defense. But also Miami lost to Louisville in a game that they had everything to play for. Guess what? If it wasn't for that Louisville loss, we wouldn't be in that situation. Notre Dame, Miami, that bullshit that was going on. Oh, let the computer decide. Well, the computer would have decided that Notre Dame wouldn't have even sniffed the playoffs.
Okay, so you're not impressed with Miami in general, is what you're saying?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Absolutely not. But Miami did get here, and just on brand recognition alone, I have to respect the fact that it's Miami. But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because no Xavier Restrepo, no Ray Lewis type of linebacker that's gonna scare the living shit out of you, because Miller Moss was able to throw for 300 yards on these guys. Miller Moss. Okay? God bless you, Miller Moss. You are not that guy. You transfer like 4 times.
Well, we have some pretty strong disagreement. Here you go. I mean, disagreement with me. Agreeing with you. Kong's Clip says Miami can't go into Kyle Field and beat Texas A&M. The number of 3.5 is very telling. It is a little short. You're right, considering. Give me Texas A&M. Man Bear Pig saying I was looking at Miami to win it all. Plus 2,500. Man Bear Pig agreeing Miami. A&M likes, whoa, Miami money line. Miami beats Texas A&M, then beats Ohio State. Then we get Carson Beck against Georgia, where Carson Beck makes Georgia fans cry. Wow.
Ohio State was such a disappointment last week that I don't want you guys to dwell on that shit. Just throw it out. Shit happens. Let's say that Ryan Day is the kind of coach that Urban Meyer would not survive to be for himself. He would, like this man, Urban Meyer was such a perfectionist coach where if you got like a play wrong, you didn't play the rest of the game, the rest of the half, whatever it was. But this guy needs to lose a game in order to reset. Cocaina Ryan Day needs to come back. Please do, sir. You have too good of a friend. You have too good of a franchise over there with Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate to not win another championship. Don't fuck it up.
Well, we got Kong's Clips and Gorky on Texas A&M. We got Man Bear Pig and AM on like in Miami.
I'm on the team total over, not
right.
Not
okay, right.
the side though. But yeah, I need Texas A&M to do stuff like turn up the engine.
Godfather agreeing with Kong's Clips. So some strong opinions going back and forth here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you think it's going to be a relatively, nice little scoring pace in this game, huh?
I think you have to. I think you have too good of an offense. The only thing that scares me, Pete, is the fact that Marcel Reed sometimes turns on his Anthony Richardson and misses like 4 passes in a row because he decides I'm too good, like I'm too athletic for this shit. Yeah. Let me just run over a motherfucker.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely scary playmakers on both sides for anyone thinking about an under.
KC Concepcion is gonna have a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right. I was leaning, first half under 24.5 at plus 125.5, but I think I'm gonna hold off for now. I won't make that one official. I understand why that might be at one point or another. They'll probably get to 27 the first half. Let's move on. Gorky, Tulane and Ole Miss, right? Ole Miss, big favorite here. Opened about 16.5, now up to 17. Again, also total 56.5 up to 57. But so far, other than that, not much line movement. And of course, they played earlier at Ole Miss. Ole Miss absolutely shellacked them. And of course, Lane Kiffin is gone from Ole Miss. A lot of drama there. The defensive coordinator, Golding, is going to be the head coach here. And, the question is just what is Tulane going to be able to do different? Tulane did have an offensive lineman who was out for that game, which was huge. That guy, Derek Graham, right? He's All-American. And he was out for that one. And it clearly made a big difference. How many points of a difference did it make? I'm not exactly sure. They 4. Got absolutely, I'm sorry?
4. They still get dog walked. Pete. Like,
Yeah. I mean, Ole Miss is just very, very deep. They have receivers who are just on a different level, and Tulane just can't really keep up. Tulane's still an okay, and so the question is, how will Kiffin not being there change the game plan for Ole Miss, the calling, and the expected pace of this game? Clearly, Ole Miss is a superior team. I don't have anything right now, but if you gave me a free play, I'd chuck it on Ole Miss. Of course I would. But that's just free play. What do you think, Gorky?
I think that these mid-major schools should have their own NIT kind of championship. That would be entertaining to watch. This garbage with James Madison and Tulane in this field, they're just gonna get dog walked the same way that fucking Stanford got dog walked by Notre Dame 2 Saturdays ago, whenever it was. It dilutes an already diluted field. I think that Ole Miss can pick their number.
Yeah, if not pick their number, win by 20 or win by 17, probably so. That's what I was thinking. And there you go. Kong's clips.
They cover in any event other than if they don't want to. That's why I'm saying they will pick what they want to do. If they want to make sure that Tulane covers, that will happen. Like the first 3 quarters when they first played at Ole Miss, I was on Tulane that day because I thought Jake Retzlaff could hang with this offense that I didn't trust. I think it was the other kid that was still the starter. Austin something was still the starting quarterback. It was right before or the day that Trinidad Chambliss took over. So we didn't really know how good Trinidad Chambliss was. But now Ole Miss can pick how this game is gonna go. If they want Ole Miss bettors to lose, they will make sure that Tulane covers. If they want to be a real team and do the right thing, win by 1,000, they might win by 1,000.
Well, Kong's clips agreeing. I'm on Ole Miss already. Bet it. Jason Meyer labeling Ole Miss a fraud. He says Ole Miss, in my opinion, admitting that's just my opinion, man. Jason Meyer, Ole Miss, in my opinion, is still fraudulent. I lean Tulane to cover. Haven't bet it yet, though. Okay.
This number was the same. It was like 13. It was 13 that day. I remember having it. But you get 4 more points with a way better quarterback because, like I said, Trinidad Chambliss was an unknown person at that time. Like, there was no difference between myself and Trinidad Chambliss in terms of our notoriety in the college football world. Now Trinidad Chambliss is arguably the best quarterback in college football, and Jake Retzlaff is Jake Retzlaff. Okay.
Yep.
Jake,
okay.
Let me remind people that BYU lost 2 games last year, 2 of their last 3 games last year, because Jake Retzlaff wasn't good enough.
Yeah, no, I hear you, Gorky. All right. I mean, for me, it would definitely be Tulane. I mean, Ole Miss or nothing. And
17 or 17 and a half is way too low. This game, this spread should be 20 and a half at least, so that the 3 touchdowns can cash for you if you're on it.
Okay, well, let's talk about a game that does have a spread like that, which is the last college football playoff game. We're talking about JMU and Oregon. Again, Oregon at home team. Similar line move here, except the total went down. So Oregon opened about 20.5. Now it's up to about 21.5. Total opened about 50.5. Now it's down to 48.5. And, this is just JMU is outclassed. How outclassed are they? Is a bet worth it at 21.5? I'm not sure. It's just a bad matchup for JMU, and JMU's coach is going to UCLA. Oregon, they fell short last year winning a national title, so they're clearly focused on that. So they're going to dominate here. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be fully motivated to cover a 21.5 point spread. JMU can hang. I could easily see JMU scrapping to the very end and Oregon not caring and JMU getting a backdoor cover. I could easily see that, in fact. But we've got a huge line, low total. What do you think, Gorky?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
JMU Oregon.
Pardon me?
JMU Oregon, Gorky. I think you're muted.
JMU Oregon for me is another one where Oregon can decide their number and decide, do we want to absolutely show that we are 70 points better than this team that doesn't really, like they don't, in my opinion, because this is not the charity playoff, okay? This is the national champion is being crowned between these 12 teams. Actually, only 10, because that's what the committee decided when they decided to let these two charity cases in the field. They are. It would be like you and me deciding to play football against Messi, bro.
That would be weird.
Can we stand a chance?
No, we would not.
No, obviously not.
Okay, so I think I'm going to have to pass on it. Although maybe if Oregon is way up at the half, maybe I'll think about a second half under.
Hey, just look at the team total, the odds that you get on the team totals. You get them to score 35 points at minus 130. What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Oregon first half, though. Is James Madison going to be able to hang for a half?
No, I don't think James Madison hangs for 2 drives.
2 drives?
I don't. But it's all dependent on how Oregon decides to do this thing. Do we want to make it all pretty and undecisive and wow the crowd in terms of how good James Madison is? Maybe they might do that. So I would say stay off this game with all your might, ladies and gentlemen.
Andrew G leans JMU early, and then Oregon might pull away late.
I would honestly play this game drive to drive if you can. Like drive outcome type of live betting stuff. Yeah. That's the best value you're going to get.
Because I was thinking about taking Oregon first half 10.5 or maybe buying to 10 at like minus 145. You think JMU can come?
You just said a crazy minus number at a 10.5 spread. So
no. Minus 10.5 is like minus 120. 10 would be like minus 145 for the first half.
Okay, but 10.5 is still 2 drives. 10 is still 2 drives.
I know what 10 is. 10 is
still 2 drives. So they're not valuing James Madison at all.
Jason Myers says, I almost want to take a chance on JMU first half.
At what? No, okay. It would be a great value play, but
Oregon is just, the real deal.
Now there is a world in which Oregon is down some receivers because they've struggled with injury to the wide receiver room all year long. So I may be overvaluing the Oregon brand, but obviously, like, it's all gonna be up to it should be up to Oregon here in terms of how this game goes.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take JMU. They're excellent when you're playing the Old Dominions of the world. Week in and week out. It's just different when you step up against a really elite team like Oregon at home, motivated. I'm going to take it. Oregon, first half. I'm going to do the pussy move. Buy to 10, minus 145. 10.5, minus 120 is probably better. But I'm going to buy to 10, minus 145. Oregon, first half. I'm going to do it.
It's all about cashing, Pete, especially at your unit. Your unit sizes are, they are what they are. And,
and plus, if Oregon, I'll tell you this, if Oregon doesn't win that first half minus 10, I'm going to be seriously thinking about, live betting of second half.
Anyone with a unit size that's serious, always protect yourself by taking the hook so that you can push and at least get your investment back at worst.
Yes. All right, Gorky. It was a very nice segment. Let's review our official plays, and then I gotta leave pretty quickly. Do some stuff at 2:45 Eastern time. But I just have 4 college football plays I've added. You can make an argument against all of them, but Jacksonville State -1, minus 108. Louisiana, Delaware, first half over 29.5, minus 122. Alabama, first half money line, minus 110. And Oregon, first half minus 10, minus 145.
Good luck to everybody, man. I hope to see you guys again next week. And because we're going to be talking about, the outcome of this week and the rest of the playoff, I think so. And for tonight, I have San Antonio Spurs money line, Louisville money line. And what else? Oh, San Jose Sharks money line. So all 3 of those I got at plus 105 each for a single play each for 1 unit.
Wow. We talked about those Spurs and Louisville money line. Gorky, I'm telling you, man, when Gorky takes those small dogs, other people liking the favorites, think 3 times about fading Gorky in those.
Tennessee is not the Tennessee of last year. They might look good because they're an SEC team. Louisville for me on a neutral site wins that game by 5 points.
Okay, yeah, Tennessee has definitely been overvalued so far. Not good ATS. We'll see how tonight turns out.
They have lost 3 in a row though, so it might be a bounce back spot, but I don't see it.
Thank you so much, Gorky. We'll talk again next week. All right, thank you. You too. Hey, Jose Bouquett, you there?
Yeah, Pete, what's up?
I kind of gotta run 2:45. I got some stuff I want to do by 2:45. All right, so I don't have time for that kumbaya.
Pete?
What?
What are we doing today at 1:45?
2:45 Eastern. Yeah, just Netherlands Cup. The Netherlands live play that I gave in the show won. That one cashed. The 2 that I gave Copa del Rey, they're still no one has scored, so they're still pushing if both of those go there. And and then I got some other stuff, more Netherlands Cup stuff, and maybe some Belgian Challenger League, and I got to look at some just Netherlands Cup stuff.
Yeah, well, beautiful. I wish you luck.
And the Scotland Challenge Cup. Yep. All right. Shout out to everyone. Thank you so much. It was another great show, and we'll see you next Tuesday.